What's up, everyone? It's Nothing is Perfect. It's Russell Holiday. It's hockey night. We got the Montreal Canadiens and the Washington Capitals going at it right now, but we're here to watch the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. We'll keep an eye on the Montreal game while we're going. Welcome, everyone, to Nothing is Perfect, another night. We'll start off like we always do with all the hellos to all you beautiful people who are already in chat waiting for the game to get started. Probably watching Montreal or maybe watching Carolina versus New Jersey. That's who they're playing. New Jersey. Yeah. Let's start off with the hellos to everyone who's in chat waiting for the game to get started. And then we'll go through the stats that you want, but you don't really need. And then we'll go through, in the first intermission, we're going to have Mr. Meinerdow joining the show live from Los Angeles. He'll be there to chat with us about his trip to Vegas and what he thinks of the series so far as well. We might ask him a little bit about what he thinks the Canucks should do this summer. During the second intermission, we're very excited. We got the Blue Line Hockey. He's coming back. He'll be on for the second intermission. We're going to chat about the game. We're going to chat about predictions for the Stanley Cup Final, and we'll get his comments on the Patrick Allvin, Jim Rutherford conference as well, because there was a lot there to talk about. So yeah, the Blue Line Hockey will come up on the second intermission. And then the post-game show is Dustin Boydell, the Rusty and Dusty post-game show. We'll chat about the playoffs here as well, but we're also going to chat about the Abbey Canucks, who have now played 2 games of their best of 3 series down in Abbotsford. So we'll get an update from Dustin on the baby Canucks down the number 1 in Abbotsford. All right, let's start off by saying hello to all you people. And before I turned on my computer, Hachiko was here and said, "Go Kings, go!" And then Calvin 99 Charlie says, "Not doing another doubleheader, laugh out loud." And then Zach said, "Let's go." And then Big Hog shows up and he's like, "Yo." And then KJ Brazy said, "Knew he would burn out on the doubleheaders, laugh out loud. Those were long." And then I show up and I'm like, "No burnout. Day job got in the way." Dobby, Trevor Linden, Coconuts Glow. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't get the day off from work, unfortunately. So I had to work my normal job. But we still managed to do the Edmonton game tonight. So, but yeah, it's 5-3. Montreal leading in Washington right now. So, KJ Brazy. Oh, makes sense. Got to make money to support Dobberton. Yeah, he's an expensive little brat. Mike Torrance says, "Trevor Linden, Dobby, Big Mac." Welcome, Mike Torrance. Nice to see ya. Big Hog Hockey. Oh, Montreal just scored on the power play. That's 6-2 now, I think it is. 6-3. Yeah. Just scored on the power play. So that theoretically, barring 3 goals in the last minute of play, I mean, what kind of team could score 3 goals in the last minute of play? Montreal will be winning their first game of the series to make it a 2-1 and win it at home too. They always say you're not in trouble until you lose at home. So Montreal looks like they're about to get their first win. Big Mac, yo, what's shaking, everyone? What's going on, Big Mac? How's it going, brother? Oh, it should also, something we should talk about quickly about the Montreal game. Have a look at this. Thompson and Lindgren have both played because Thompson just left the game. Right? So they've both had both their goalies in as well. Montreal has had both their goalies play as well. So this is a game where both starting goalies got hurt. Pretty wild. Back to the bar. Great game by the Canadiens, says Mike Torrance. You are absolutely right. They're kicking ass. Hachiko says Big Mac 133. And then Big Hog says chaos in Montreal. Yeah, it is chaos. Zach McNally, 25 Leafs versus Ottawa. Game 4 tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then Big Hog Hockey says Strome, Chris Kreider'd his own goalie. Yep. Cross-checked him right in the face. And it looks like he folded his knee pretty good too. So not a good scene there from Strome. Big Hog Hockey. I'm actually might make a video on Montreal versus Capitals. Do it. Mike Torrance, lots of action for it. Big Hog. Yep. Big Hog Hockey. Should I do a voiceover or use game audio? I still think you should do a voiceover. Voiceover adds that personal touch. Thomas! All right. How's Thomas not showing up? He's doing weird things again over here. Is Thomas not showing? Oh, no, he is. Why did his first comment didn't show up? That's weird. Man, the internet's weird sometimes. Mike Torrance hoping for an Oilers loss, but who knows? Mike Torrance playing in Edmonton, but backup goalie and spotty defense. Let's hope. Yeah, Pickard will be starting for the Oilers tonight. Got hit your channel, Big Hog. What, Thomas? Go Kings, go! Says Ichigo. Garley 11. There was a scrap on the players' bench in Montreal earlier. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Let's see here, actually. What? Let's see if I can show you guys maybe a piece of that. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna show you a little bit of it. I don't know, I might get in trouble for this. We'll see. Hopefully I don't get demonetized or something like that. All right. This is what happened in Montreal.
And now they're fighting in the bench. Anderson and Wilson have gone into the Capitals.
Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna show you before I get demonetized. So back to the bar. But yeah, as you can see, they were literally scrapping on the bench. It was pretty wild. BC Ferry Lover, what's up, Ross? Trevorlin. How's it going, Emmanuel? Nice to see you, buddy. Less than a minute left to go in the Montreal game now. 6-3. Fans are on their feet. Big Hog Hockey. Quinn Hughes is in New York watching the Blue Jays versus Yankees. Yeah, saw that. Posted on his Instagram. BC Ferry Lover. Hey, Russ, can you ask Lloyd nicely for a root beer? I've been waiting for my root beer for days. Try not to get scared from time. Okay. Hey, Lloyd, my good friend, if you're back there, could I politely ask? Yes. Hey, Lloyd, are you back? Okay, Lloyd. Okay. Do you think you could get a root beer for Emmanuel? No? Okay. It's all right. Okay, go away. It's fine. One for me too, says Big Hog. I meant him, not time. Please? I don't think even if you ask nicely, it doesn't even work. I'm cheering for the Kings against the Oilers. Let's go Kings, says Derek. Hashtag you love to see it. Derek Wang in the chat. Emmanuel, make it 2, Lloyd. Lloyd's already gone, man. He's off to murder some more people or something. Vanish. Jets game last night was rough. I have more hope for the Oilers tonight with Pickard. Yeah, the Jets got absolutely slapped last night. 7-2. BC Fairy Lover. Hey, Russ, may I ask you where you get the goal horns from? Like, where does the sound come from? The horn I'm using is actually the Vancouver Canucks goal horn, and I'm using that for all of them. Washington's trying to steal the game puck away from the Canadians. Hilarious. Yeah, you can just Google or go on YouTube and just search Canucks goal horn or whatever goal horn you want. There's a bunch of different YouTube channels that will have the goal horn noise. Let's go, Rusty, says Thomas. KJ Brazy 2. KJ Brazy squared. Salutations all. Salutations all, says KJ Brazy. Big Hog Hockey. Thomas, what did you mean? The Saints. Brah. Crown Royal. Knight. Lloyd, hit me up, you dead motherfucker. Swear jar. Lloyd, now the Saints want a Crown Royal. Is that something you could possibly do for him? Is that can you deal with him, Whale? Just splash him. Yeah, please. Thomas, I was watching Big Hog's recaps. The comeback, 1 minute left. Yep. Zachary McNally, swear jar. Oh, nice. Thanks. Mike Torrance, a sumo fight at a hockey game. Yep. Thomas, wow. Beach clearing brawl. Habs win, says Galley 11. Yeah, game is over. Mulder Scully, can't believe you're streaming the Oilers game. What a traitor. Away with you. Who says I'm cheering for the Oilers? It's not my fault. I want to cheer for Kuzi, Mulder Scully. Don't you want to cheer for Kuzi? You got Kuzi playing for them, man. Come on. Big hog hockey. Blue Jays win. Oh, that's surprising. They don't usually win. Big hog hockey. You said before I get demonetized, laugh out loud. You aren't monetized yet. Go Kings, go! Says Toymaker. What's up? Zoe says, go Dobby! Dobby's having a little nap, looks like, as usual. Okay, I'm done asking Lloyd for Shirley Temples. Banish, here's a challenge for you. Pick one song to use for your goals in each Canadian team. So far on my list, Leafs have Am I Savage by Metallica. Habs have Jumpin' Jack Flash by Motorhead. Galley 11, Mulder Scully. Canucks ain't in the playoffs, so yeah. BC Ferry, Russ, my mom said I'll probably never get my root beer. Yeah, no, it's probably never happening. You can try, but Lloyd's a bit of a weirdo. He might be the worst bartender ever. KJ Brazy, Scoozy is now his nickname. Scoozy! And then Brian Sinclair's like, sweep, 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 sweep. It might be hard to sweep Oil, but that doesn't mean we're not going to try. Go King, says Milosh. Big Hog Hockey, Quinn Hughes is the reason the Jays won. Yes! Winning in New York because of the power of Quinn Hughes. Hashtag you love to see it. So even the demons believe there is one God and tremble. Trophy, finish line, angel face. Lloyd looks like he knows where to get crack. Get the crack? Yeah, for sure. He's that kind of bartender. All right, let's hop over to the sets that you want, but you don't really need for the Edmonton Oilers versus the LA Kings. So we're looking at the Oilers' record on Friday in the playoffs. They've done it 49 times, so this will be their 50th game playing on Fridays. They're actually really good on Friday. They're 33-16 overall. If you're looking at their home record, they're 14-5 on Fridays. So this is actually their 20th game at home on Fridays in the playoffs and their 50th game overall on Fridays. But yeah, they're really good on Fridays in general. Even on the road, they're 19-11, which is pretty crazy. April the 25th record. They've played 7 times on April the 25th in the playoffs. They're 6-1. They're really good on April the 25th for some reason. At home, they're 3-1. On the road, they're 3-0. They've never lost on the road on April the 25th in the playoffs. Crazy. Kings on Friday, they're flat out even. In the playoffs, they've played 24 times on Friday. They're 12-12. At home, they're 7-8. On road, they're actually better on the road. So this will be their 10th game on the road on a Friday in the playoffs. And this will their chance to go up 6-4. So 2 games above 500. You're looking at April the 25th for the LA Kings. They are decent too. Yeah, actually, no, I lied. I looked at it wrong. They're really, really bad. They're 1-2 at home and 1-3 on the road. So they're 2-5 on April the 25th. So mismatch right here. That's a big mismatch. Oilers versus the Kings overall in the playoffs. They played 56 times. The Oilers are 36-20 against the Kings. And then on Wednesday, this shouldn't say Wednesday. What is that? What is that? It's supposed to say Friday, people. Let's fix that right now. Oilers versus Kings on Friday. They've played 6 times. They're 3-3. So that'll tell you the exact same thing over here. The Kings and the Oilers have played 6 times on Friday, and they're tied 3-3. So they've played twice in LA and twice on in Edmonton. So this will be the tiebreaker, I guess. This is the game winner in a best of 7 on a Friday night. This is it. Current leading scorers by the Oilers versus the Kings. Draisaitl now has 19 goals in 20 games against the Kings in the playoffs. McDavid has 31 assists in 20 games and also has 40 points overall in 20 games. So this has actually changed. So it's not like this. So he's back down after going up to 2.11 points per game. Then he's back down to 2 points per game now. So sounds like the audio cut out on Sportsnet or something. Kings currently scorer against the Oilers in the playoffs. Kempe has 14 goals in 20 games. Kopitar has 14 assists in 20 games. And then Kempe overall has 26 points in 20 games, so not bad at all. Team stat wise, the Kings are up 2-0 in the series, winning both games but with 6 goals. 6-2 last game, 6-5 the game before. In those 2 games, Kempe has 7 points, 3 of them being goals and 4 of them being assists. That's not something you see very often. Kempe taking up all the slots for the series so far. Connor McDavid, 4 points. All of those 4 points came in game 1. Leon Draisaitl has had a goal in both games. And then Evan Bouchard has 3 assists through the first 2 games. If we're looking at team stats wise, the power play for the Kings has been really good. 50% in the playoffs so far, which is second best in the playoffs. So who the heck has got a better one? Penalty kill, they haven't allowed a power play goal yet. So the penalty kill wise, they're best in the league. And then face-off wise, it's a dead even. So they're 50-50, 8 each, tied for 8th, I guess. And then first, they have more goals per game than any other team in the playoffs. And then they're 10th out of 16, 3.5 goals against. And then obviously on the other side, the Oilers haven't scored on the power play yet. And then they've only got 50% on the penalty kill, which is really bad. 3.5 goals, 4 per game, and 6 against. So obviously they're dead last, 16th. I wonder if Pickard is going to be able to do anything about that, because something tells me it's not necessarily his Skinner's fault. But we'll see. All right, back to the bar. Lloyd, get me a drink. I don't know, man. It doesn't seem to work. So Lloyd bartends in Vegas? Yeah. Robert Clark in the crowd singing the national anthem for the Americans to start. BC Fairlover, hey, Big Hog, switch your PFP. I don't like the Canucks red, black, and yellow skate jersey. What? BC Fairies, Emmanuel, that's like their best jersey. Vanish, tonight we dine on oil in oil country. Canucks fans, stand with our brothers and sisters in Edmonton. Let's go Oilers. Vanish, cheering for the oil. KJ Brazy, I'm only going for the Oilers for my props. But she goes like, hell no, fuck the Oilers, swear jar. BC Fairy Lover, hold a Glock at 18 at Lloyd. No, man. He'd probably chop my arm off or something. Aaron Cassidy, Kings in 3. Yeah. The Oilers are just going to give up. Welcome, Aaron Cassidy. Nice to have you. I don't know if I recognize the name, sir. Is this your first time and nothing is perfect, or have you been here before? If anyone wants the Minecraft server info, let me know. Kings in 3, laughing and crying, says KJ. Oilers in 8. Switch it. Nah. Or I'll switch your PFP to your PFP. Brian Sinclair, I cheered for the Oilers last year, but I can't bring myself to do it after their antics against us. Dolini TV was being a real jackass. Dolini. Okay, I'm gonna make your PFP yours. What's up? Says Swervin' Irvin. Welcome back, Swervin' Irvin. Nice to have you, buddy. How's your Friday going so far? Oh, it's a cast. There we go. That makes more sense. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Aaron is Dustin Boydell's buddy, and we play Fortnite together sometimes. Prediction: McDavid requests a trade mid-game after realizing Skinner and Pickard single-handedly pissed his primary years away. I could see that. Yeah, that's a hot take. All right, let's start a poll question. It's not going to be exactly based on Aaron's comment, but it'll be sort of based on that. I'm going to make it, who is more likely to abandon their team in free agency? Quinn Hughes, Connor McDavid. There we go. First poll question of the day. Swerve Nervin, time to cook din-dins watching Russell. The usual. Just chilling, right? BC Fairy Lover. I'm the real big hog. Emmanuel just jacked your stuff, big hog. Calvin 99 Charlie. Aaron, tell that to Barber if he ever joins. I keep telling him this, but he won't listen. Calvin 99 Charlie. Welcome to the stream. Big Hog Hockey. Good prediction, Aaron. Aaron Cassie. Calvin, I'll keep my eyes open. Aaron, are you new to this channel? I am. Kind of. Yeah, so like I said, Aaron is Dustin's buddy. All right, we're underway in Edmonton. First period is underway between the Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. Play in the Kings zone right now. Edmonton looked to have a good start. Shot goes wide. Kept in at the blue line. Shot to the front goes wide. Henrique behind the net. Back to the point. Darnell Nurse puts it down low. Jam play at the side of the net. I think that was Kane trying to jam it in there. Kulak has the puck bounce on him at the blue line, and he has to retreat to the center line. But the Kings will shoot one in right on Kemper, and he'll just direct that to the side. Now the Kings will skate things out. Tap it behind the Edmonton net. See how long it takes for things to get heated here. Good job by Byfield to take the puck away from Wallman right out in front. Oh, through the slot. Fiala with a shot. Oh, almost in front to Byfield again. And the puck comes out to center. Pickard stops it behind the net. Nice. I made an account today, but I've watched before. Oh. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't yet, Robert Blake, not Robert Blake, right? Because that would be bad. Yeah, no. What are these anthems? No kazoo? Count me out. Yeah, what the hell? Where's the kazoo choir? Try to do a kazoo thing, but I'm going to spit everywhere. Swear jar, says Zach. Big Hog Hockey. No, you're not. Calvin 99 Charlie. I know how Joe Hendry is now. Laugh out loud. I know who. The harmonica choir is Cheeks. Fogle knocking down Kulak. Byfield with a good chance. Bingo! Identity theft is a crime, Emmanuel. Canada, says Zach. Aaron Cassidy. That's not cool, man. Haha. I do want to think about that. My 8-year-old is only allowed on kids' YouTube. Identity theft is a crime. KJ Brazy, as much as I hate it, Quinn is on his way out, says KJ. Oh, no. I'd like to propose a toast. First drink of the stream. To evil! Alrighty. 17, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. Kemper makes a save with 17:41 left to go in the first period. Looks like Edmondson is keeled over a little bit. Maybe took the puck off the wrist or something like that. Could be. Just noticed I'm gray. Oh no! Hopefully someone scores for you. Swerve Nervin, have you ever heard the notion that Sheldon Keefe is kind of a bully? So if you're the Hughes, do you want to link up in New Jersey or Vancouver? Well, Quinn Hughes really loves Talk It and says he's one of the best coaches that he's ever had that has actually made him better. So I already said to Dustin that we need to offer sheet Luke Hughes, get him over here, and then Jack Hughes won't have the choice. He'll have to come and join us. BC Fairy Love. Okay, guys, I have to change the phone. Be right back in 30 minutes. I'll be watching the stream on my TV. Good stick by the Kings players. I think that was Kuzmenko, actually. Good stick by Kuzmenko to direct the puck out of the Kings zone. Now, Kopitar throws a little hit at center. Can't come up with the puck, though. And he throws another hit on Bouchard, who ducks out of the way. McDavid behind the net falls. Puck in front. There it is. Nugent Hopkins scores! The Edmonton Oilers. The first goal of the game, taking the lead early against the LA Kings. Nugent Hopkins, burly veteran of the Oilers lineup. McDavid getting taken out by Kempe. Gets back on his feet. Makes a pass across the zone. Looking for a penalty, didn't get it. And then McDavid again falls down behind the net. But then Hyman with a good pass out front to Nugent Hopkins, who was all alone in front. Kopitar was back too late to get that stick. And Nugent Hopkins with a goal from right in front. Not a better place to score from, putting it past the blocker side of Kemper. And it's 1-0 Oil Country. 3 shots so far. Calvin and Charlie, am I not mistaken? I thought Quinn was competing against his brothers not to play with them. What has changed? Well, I mean, Rutherford came out and said that Quinn Hughes wants to play with his brothers. So that's kind of crazy. KJ Brazy, I wouldn't want to join this shit show right now. I tell you that much. Jake the Pancake, why are they serenading Kemper when they literally have their backup goalie playing? Oh, you know, they're trying to get in Kemper's head, I guess. They got to do anything they can to try and get under the skin of these Kings who beat the snot out of them for 2 games. Swerve Irvin. Just the dance. And that's for the Korean harmonica choir, right? What are you drinking? Water. Some nice ice cold water. Too evil, says Zach. Kemper? Revtrev? Too evil. Yeah, I'm going to call him Kempner 100 times today. I try to call him Kemper, but Kempner Canucks is just going to get a bunch of free advertisements today. McDavid at Vancouver. Minor Dow. Minor Dow in the chat. Welcome, Minor Dow. Looks like he's all ready to go for the first intermission. Mike Torrance, wow. Nooch, says KJ Brazy. And then Big Mac's like, go, 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 go. Boom, go, go. And Vanish says, Oilers score. And KJ's like, let's go. And then she goes like, fuck the Oilers, swear jar. And then Big Mac's like, I'm just cheering for them because they're Canadian. Go, 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 go. And Brian Sinclair's like, double thumbs down. And Gally 11's like, for free. For free. Looks like the Hurricanes managed to score against the Devils, but the Devils have once again scored. Oh, actually, it looks like Seth Jarvis scored on the power play with 6 minutes and 6 minutes and 11 seconds into the period to get their first goal of the game. Yeah, 2-1 right now over there in Carolina. Trying not to go down 3-0. But might be tough sledding there. I mean, Markstrom has been playing out of his damn mind. Edmonton controlling the play to start. Absolutely dominating play right now. 5 shots to 2. 1-0 lead. 9.52 save percentage. Ridiculous. Okay, back to the bar. Swerve and Irvin. So if you're choosing based on coaches, New Jersey has Sheldon Keefe, Jeremy Colton, Ryan McGillis, Chris Taylor. Vancouver has Tocchet, Foot, Gonchar. 2 of the greatest defensemen of all time and a captain who played in the NHL for many years and won Stanley Cups. Or Sheldon Keefe. Who the hell is Sheldon Keefe anyways? Kemper! Kemper. There's Kemper and Kempe and Kempner. It's too many. It's like Pedersen, Peterson, and Patterson. Am I crazy? I'd rather have Draisaitl. No, you're not crazy. Draisaitl's a German beast. Das is good, yeah. But I mean, we don't actually like him, right? Canada, eh? Drysdale over who? McJesus. Aaron Cassidy, Quinn Hughes at Yankee Stadium tonight, not watching the Devils. Yeah, that is true. I wonder why. Not there to support his brothers, or maybe he's at the Devils games too, because the Blue Jays game is over, right? Because that was in New York. Yeah, because the game is already over, right? So they probably even had time to get down and go to the game in New Jersey as well, because it would just be a drive, right? Yup. Quinn hates his brothers, confirmed, question mark. Big hug, yup. Crying, laughing and crying. Swerve Nervin. Draisaitl has been more of a postseason G. Remember the Battle of Alberta when Draisaitl won the series on one leg? I don't remember that one. Aaron Cassidy, Jack is with him asking how much an apartment in White Rock goes for. Yes! Be cheaper than New York, but not by much. Not by much. Big Hog, he's also laughing and crying. Galley 11 and the leader in Gordie Howe hat tricks. Correct! That's why we got to start calling the Rick Tocchet hat tricks. Kuzmenko picks it up at center, gets the puck over to Kopitar. Bobbled puck, but the Oilers come up with it eventually in their own zone and flip it out to center ice. Good spin move by Arvidsson. Skates in, takes a shot. Rebound out front. LA collects the puck. Kuzmenko with good poise. Makes a pass across for Kempe. Kempe drops it for Kopitar. Kopitar puts it down behind the Oilers net. Kings can't get the puck back. Oil will make a couple passes behind their own net. Another one. Back and forth like a game of pong. Kuzmenko, Kopitar, Kempe is short. We'll call it the K. Never mind. Imagine Jack Hughes setting his Tinder to cover the Lower Mainland. Dude would never have game legs. That's what I heard about Hoglander when he was in Abbotsford. Swervin Irvin, how much would you be willing to bet that the women in Vancouver on aggregate are hotter than the women in New Jersey? Yeah. Unless you enjoy an orange complexion, you're probably better off in Vancouver, because that trend is gone now. There used to be a lot of orange people in Vancouver as well, but I think everyone's realized that tanning your skin that much is probably not a great idea. Well, since we got a minute here, let's have a look at former Vancouver Canucks. See how they're doing so far in the playoffs. Oh man, I got to make this bigger again. Way too small. What's up with me and all my small, very small spreadsheets? Okay, so Andrei Kuzmenko right now is leading all former Vancouver Canucks. He's got 5 points through 2 games. I should have updated that. There we go. And then Anthony Beauvillier also. I actually didn't check. Let's see. Did Anthony Beauvillier get any points tonight for Washington? Let's see. Beauvillier also got an assist tonight, so let's update that. He also got another +1. So we'll go back over to this. Did you guys? Yeah, you are seeing that. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Anthony Beauvillier played another game tonight, got another assist, and got another plus. So he's a +3 now. So look at that. Kuzmenko and Anthony Beauvillier neck and neck at the top. And Nate Schmidt down in Panthers land has got 3 goals in 2 games. Former Vancouver Canuck Nate Schmidt. Luke Shen. He's got 1 assist. He also got destroyed on a hit last night, which didn't look good. Yeah, Luke Shen was looking very slow last night. I'm a little worried for him in that series. Jalen Chatfield's played twice now. He's a +4, which is huge. He's only got 1 goal, but he's a +4. Adam Gaudette as well has got a goal. So, and then goaltending wise, yeah, Jacob Markstrom's goals against average is getting crazy. He's only 2.52. His save percentage is 9.3. It's pretty crazy. There are a bunch of Canucks that haven't played, like Daniel Sprong got sat out for game 2. Ethan Bear hasn't played. Kyle Burrows hasn't played. Gadjevich, Hamonic, Hutton, McEwen, and Troy Stetcher. Apparently Troy Stetcher's hurt. So he's not playing right now too. And then Papa Tanev is played 3 games and is a +2 as well. Back to the bar. Your update on your former Vancouver Canucks. Pepsi, says Zoe. Swerve Nervin, was it Vigneault that made the joke sex every day is one of the most in one of his post-game medias? That does sound like something he would say. The Ferrier put to the front of the net, goes wide. Byfield's there. Fiala, puck to the slot. No one's there for LA. Fiala intercepts it. Puts the puck down low in the corner. Lafreniere. I always get that one wrong. Shot to the front, gets blocked. Long pass, intercepted. Otherwise, that would have been a breakaway for the Oilers. Lafreniere. Say that 10 times fast. Lafreniere. Zoe endorsed by Pepsi now. Probably both of them. Zoe, says Zach. Hachigo, it was me, Swervin. Everybody knows the Canucks pick women up at the Roxy. Is that where they go? If I want to be a puck bunny, I got to go to the Roxy. KJ Brazy, Kessler has his jersey retired there at the Roxy. I believe that. Does everyone remember when Ryan Kessler posed nude? Oh, the Oilers just iced the puck. What is this, Timbit hockey? Don't they know how to play the game? Don't they know the rules? Or maybe they didn't. I don't think they actually iced the puck. Getting all upset for no reason. Man, my house is like 1,000,000 degrees. It's almost time to get the AC out. And it is a gun show tonight, so just be careful, guys. I'm not messing around tonight. Byfield getting tossed. Oh no, McDavid getting tossed. Nugent Hopkins coming in to take a draw against Byfield with 12:10 left to go in the first period. Byfield tries to win it back, but McDavid does well to actually take that one off Byfield's skate and put it back to his player. Bouchard up to center for McDavid. He flips it into the zone. Nugent Hopkins skates in on the forecheck. Puck goes past him. Oh, and he picks it up now behind the net. Shoots to the front. Kemper. Bouchard back. Chops it behind his own net. Nurse passing up for Bouchard. Puck comes off his stick. Byfield chops it down into the corner of the Edmonton zone. Stopped behind the net by Pickard. And now Connor McDavid with speed from behind his own net. Skating through center. Chips it past Kempe. Kuzmenko is going to take a interference call, I think. Kuzmenko getting in McDavid's way. And the ref's like, you're not allowed to touch McDavid that way. In what realm you carry nothing away when you die, zombie? Kuzmenko taking an interference call. Not a great idea. Not a good start there, Kuzi. I was just singing your praises. What the heck, man? What the heck? Oh, looks like Carolina's tied it up. Sebastian Aho on the power play. 2 power play goals. And suddenly the New Jersey Devils are... And the Edmonton Oilers score! That was so fast! Oh my goodness! The power play had barely begun and the puck's already in the back of the net. Evan Bouchard from the blue line. Oh no, Draisaitl. Bouchard down to Draisaitl. Might have gotten tipped in front. Faceoff gets one directly back from Draisaitl. Back to Bouchard. And he just blasts it short side. Corey Perry with the perfect screen. And I'm sure Kempner looked like he was complaining a bit about goaltender interference. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if we can get a better angle to see if Corey Perry had interfered with Kemper. But My initial kind of looks like it's fine. Can't believe Joel is dead in Last of Us. Spoiler alert. Yeah, 2-0. There will be no challenge. Kopitar getting tossed out of the faceoff dot. So early on, 11-17 left to go in the first period. Not even halfway through the first. The Oilers have taken a 2-0 lead. Kuzmenko loses the puck in the Oil zone. Hyman out. Stops on the half boards, puts it down behind the net. McDavid picks it up there. He puts it back to the point from Bouchard, who puts it down low, gets tipped by Hyman just wide of the net. Kemper grabs the puck, covers it up. 10:50 left to go in the first. Mike is here spoiling for anyone who hasn't played the game. It's Lafreniere. Lafreniere. I had it before. You just messed it up. Where is it? Lafreniere. The E, if you want to do that properly phonetically, Big Hog, there should be 2 E's there. Lafreniere. A moth to flame, says Zoe. Learn the rules, says Zach. Kelser posed nude. Yep. I don't know why I'm Googling this, but I don't even know if I should show this, but why not? That is not even Photoshop, bro. All right, back to the bar. Enough of Ryan Kessler's body. I love that line, though. A moth to flame. KJ Brazy, easy, Russ. I didn't get my tickets. You can get in for free, man. Shane O'Brien's favorite joint. Yeah, Shane O'Brien loves the Roxy. LA puts it in behind the Oilers net. Trying to get some zone time in the Oilers zone. Where? We have Vancouver weather in LA. Is it raining? Swerve Nervin is doing the old puck bunny emoji. Show. Go Caleb! Trophy, finish line, and what is this? Crystal ball. I hear it's going to rain, Minor Dow. Ugh. 2-0, says Zach. Big Mac. Go goal. Boom. Go goal. Let's go, says KJ Brazy. I'm full of cliches. Fries. Go Kane, says Milosh. Hachiko, I've never seen enough launch Kuzmenko into the sun. I've seen enough launch Kuzmenko into the sun. Puck goes wide off the end boards and out front. LA flips it up to center. Lafreniere. Go Kings, go, says Minor now. Big Hog Hoggy, what side you guys are on? And then Zach is just like, bang! And then Milosh is like, boo, Oilers! Zoe says, score! Kuzi gonna get one. I hope so. Hopefully not another penalty. Kuzmenko misses the puck there. The Oilers are leading in hits and shots, 9-3, which is kind of funny. Net comes off its moorings in the King zone. Hyman actually accidentally spears his own man. Calvin and Charlie, it's only the first period. I'm not worried. Ruin. I don't know why I had to do that. Hachiko, someone get the Koreatown Senior Center on the phone. Hello. Yeah. Is this the Korean Town Senior Center in LA? Yeah. Get the helicopter out. We need you in Edmonton. Stat. They told me to fuck off. That was weird. Yep. Carolina. 2:36 left to go in the third period over there. Don't be wicked. Ladybug. KJ Brizzy. Russ just wanted an excuse to look up Kessler nude. Oh my God, so hot, says Chico. Lad Ferrier. La Ferrier. I know, right, Hachiko? WTF is this? You trying to get banned? Laugh out loud. Oh, yeah. Hachiko will appreciate it. Hachiko, does Crystal know you're looking up naked hot men, Russ? Question mark. Big hug. Crystal! Crystal, get over here right now. No, you're Suri Yuri. No usury Yuri. No usury Yuri. Calvin 99 Charlie, I wouldn't be showing them kind of pics when you have kids on here. Just saying. Swervin's got the Korean senior center with their harmonicas out ready to go. KJ Brazy, nurse just high-sticked his own teammate. Big Hog Hoggy, it's okay. There are no children on here. KJ, he needs a nurse. Yeah. Emmanuel's not here right now. Don't carry a load through Jerusalem on the Sabbath. Porn poster. What? Guys, I'm back. Big Hog. I'm the real Big Hog. Hog. Nah. Swear jar. We need the harmonica. KJ Brizzy. Chico, we most definitely have Korean Senior Center somewhere here in Vancouver. Yeah, we do. I bet you there's a Korean Senior Center in Edmonton too. Let's look it up. Edmonton Korean Senior Center. Oh, they totally have one. It's a real thing. Should we call them up and get them down to the stadium right away? Back to the bar. So, Miss America posed nude too. Yeah. Big controversy after that one. KJ Brazy, most Asian cities in North America is Vancouver. Most. Kim Kardashian posed nude too. Says Zoe. The Utah Usuries was talking about Big Hog facepalm. Haha, bro, I'm 19. I thought you were 8. BC Fairy Lover. Hey guys, I think the Utah Bubbles. Bubbles! Swerve Nervin. Tomorrow I turn 19 for the 21st time. All right, Swervin. It's time. It's time, Swervin. Are you ready? Happy birthday, Swervin, dear. Happy days will come to you all year. If I had a wish, then it would be a happy birthday to you from me. Happy birthday, Swervin Irvin. Everyone give Swervin Irvin an early happy birthday. Happy birthday, Swervin. Nah, you're lying. How can you be 19 and be 5'10" question mark? Kempe to the front of the net. Oh, Pickard keeps it out. Kuzmenko picks it up, brings it around behind the Oilers net. Kempe throws a hit, but the puck comes out to center. All the way down the ice. No icing on that one. Must have tipped off something. Might have gone off the goalie, actually. Why is it okay for a poem poster to whip it out, but not the victim? I call that video evidence. I could not answer that question in any lifetime. I am all the ages. Guys, is Utah Bubbles a good name? Bubbles! Anyone remember the Madonna nude book? Nope. Is that when you became a man, Mike? BC Fairy Swervin, can you please unblock me? No, because I'm pure child of God. I don't look up naked people. Oh, puck goes just wide of the King's net. Net comes off again. Clark just puts it back on there. Good job, Clark. Brant Clark, if that's your real name. So, without a signed release, I call that video slander and libel. A happy birthday to you from me, says KJ Brazy. Sure, Hachiko. Big Mac's like, happy birthday, Swervin. Swervin Irvin says, did you know Clay coined the name Swervin? No, I didn't. Clay gave you your nickname? Galley's like, happy 40th. And then Vanish is like, Oilers fans, I think we found our key to success here. Pickard putting in the work. Make it so. Engage. Your shot doesn't stink, Hachiko? Question mark. KJ Brazy, slander on RJ? Question mark. Happy early birthday, says Big Hog. Happy birthday, Swervin, says Zach. KJ Brazy, Mike was born in the year 1920. The year was 1920, and Mike Torrance had just been born into this frail world, coming straight out of, I guess he would have been the baby of someone coming home from World War I. The original baby boomers. Big Gagagi, Hachiko, you're probably looked up naked pics of Mancini. Utah Bubbles, says Minor Dow. Who's BC Fairies again? That's Emmanuel. Swervin, because if it's the person who wouldn't stop saying the Canucks will make the playoffs, I'm out, bruh. The Pharisees and the Sadducees murdered Jesus, and the soldier drew lot for his robe. So it's getting real biblical now. All right, so the Hurricanes and the Devils are now in the they finished regulation, so they'll be going to overtime with Carolina tying it up with 2 power play goals in the third period. Aho getting a goal and an assist. Svechnikov getting his first point of the playoffs, which is crazy because this is game 3. Gostisbehere also getting his first point, but Jarvis getting the second of the playoffs. Is our boy Chatfield playing? Yep. Oh, look, they're doing a kazoo choir on. My goodness. Back to the bar. Oh, here it is. Let's pause this. I don't want to see this. This is what they just showed on TV. Oh, no, what is this? Get off my screen. This is their... Oh, unmute. This is the Edmonton Oilers version of the Korean seniors club. Just a bunch of old white people on their kazoos. Oh my goodness. Hachiko respond to the allegations. So, there are no murderers in heaven, douche. What? Hachiko did. Don't just call Hachiko a douche. KJ Brazy, it's the 8-year-old Swervin. Vanished, trying to go back through the VODs to find where I willed one of Vancouver's goals in laugh out loud. It was while talking about goal horns. Oh, interesting. You had like you heard us talking about goal horns tonight, and then like your brain clicked. I wonder what game that was, Vanish. I can't remember. Big Hog Hockey, yup. Swervin, please unblock me. Hachiko is just a self-pious murderer likes Lot's wife. Lot's wife was a self-righteous murderer? What? Self-pious? Seems reasonable, says KJ Brazy. Galley 11. If they win tomorrow night. What do you mean if they win tomorrow night? What am I missing? Huh. What is this thing? Why does this miss some of them? They suck. Kazoo is greater than harmonica. Edmonton seniors will never be as cool as our seniors, says Ichigo. WTF is this? Now you're really trying to get banned? Not bad. Hachigo, I love you, Zoe. Let's get married. Swerve Nervin, wow, white people appropriate every damn thing, eh? Yep. Big guys, I'm 9, not 8. Please stop making fun of my age. It hurts my feelings. Thanks. My brain clicks. Yeah, Milosh, you get that same feeling? WTF, Hachigo? Big PP. You're cheating on Mancini? Big hug, I feel your pain. I know. Chico is here wild and vanish. I was talking about how Canucks horn sounds like today, like it did back in 2010. It's sharper now. Right after it was red, Canucks scored. I said, yeah, a little sharper horn, just like that. One of those perfectly timed things, right? KJ squared. Are you KJ? Galley 11. Hichigo's comment about the Ontario rain. Yeah, for some reason it didn't pop up on my thing, which is weird. And then I looked over here and some of them did pop up. Hang on. Do weird stuff here. LA scores! Breaking the shutout bid from Pickard. The LA Kings are back on the board and it looks like it was Kempe. Picking corners, Adrian Kempe. You love to see it. He is scoring so many goals. 2-1 now. Oh, what a shot. Short side, top corner. It looks like a pass from the blue line. Doughty passing it down low across the slot down to Kempe. And Kempe just going short side, top corner. And Pickard couldn't get the glove up. Just couldn't react in time. He didn't have his glove up properly, and that's a goal. Ah, yes. Yeah, weird, right, Gally? I didn't see why that didn't. Minor Dow showing up and gifting a membership. And there's Marvin. Marvin's back in chat. Getting a free gifted membership from Minor Dow. Thank you very much, Minor Dow. Gifting a membership. Going straight to Dobby's college education. And Marvin, my alien counterpart, as I'm a Great Gazoo and he's Marvin the Martian. Gally, he just skipped my entire question about Abby. I know, it didn't pop up. Okay, I'll read it. Because it's popping up on here, but it didn't pop up in my chat thing, which is weird. I don't know what's going on with it. I think the Reign are having some games in downtown LA, so if this is the case, I might be able to see Abby play. Yeah, if the Reign, though, I believe they had a... Is there any chance of Abby Canucks going to against the Ontario Reign in the playoffs? I'll show you something. Let's bring up the AHL bracket. So I can show you. It's a little weird. Four on four now for 13 seconds. Minor dowsing. Re-upping his gifted sent gift memberships. Yeah. Okay, so what is happening? I feel like my chat thing just crashed too. No, it's still working. But then, yeah, it seems like it's missing some things. That's so bizarre. See if I pop out, chat. See if that helps. I don't know. We'll see. Looks like Minor Dow just re-upped. Oh, there it is. What shall we discuss? 5 months as a member for Minor Dow. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you very much. Hachiko's like, go, 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 go. And the Vanish is like, bummer. LA grabbed one. Good shot. Yeah, it was a good shot. I am, says KJ squared. I am KJ, says KJ crazy squared. Woo, says Milosh. Tell Emmanuel my conditions. Woohoo! Woohoo! Let's go! Hachiko, KJ, do you have me blocked on the main account? Because I cannot see your messages. BC Fair Lover. Swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar. Big Mac. Why's it a bummer? Yo, Starvin Marvin. Starvin Marvin is what we call Marvin. Revelations 22, 15 and 19 is about the murderers. Marvin. Hey guys, I just feel like people in this chat just don't like my humor. KJ Brazy squared. Emmanuel Swervin said he unblocked you when you buy your own phone and stop using your big sister's. Marvin is my brother's middle name. Minor Dow. I drive through Ontario and LA. That's where the Rain play, but I heard they're playing at Crypto Center. Oh, for the playoffs or just is that all the time? Probably just for the playoffs, I guess. All right, that's the end of the first intermission, our first period. We're into the first intermission now. LA coming back and scoring a goal late. Trying to keep things interesting down there in Edmonton. Barracuda at Rain at DTLA is $50 for ice level seats tomorrow. That's so cheap. Chat is crashing for me. I had to reload. Yeah, I wonder if there's something going on. Trey Bazaar. This is the first step to getting banned, Russ. Laugh out loud. Swervin, do you ever think about Marlon Brando in Godfather saying, you can act like a man? What's the matter with you? I unblock you, Chico. You Myers, right? I don't know why it didn't work. BC Fair Lover, my mom won't let me get a phone. You, look at that. You got the nothing is perfect symbol there in your name now. Hey, says Zach. Big Hog says Canucks 2024 6th round pick is on fire. 19 points in 13 playoff games for 10 goals. He's 9th in the OHL for points. Good period. Yeah. Anthony Romani. Yeah, he is unreal. You need a real unlocked phone. You know what? I'm leaving. I don't feel like being here anymore because no one likes me. Emmanuel, nobody said that, bro. It's all good, man. It's all good, my dude. All right, let's get Mr. Major Dow on the line. Minor, if you're watching, please log into your Discord so I can give you a call, brother. Please and thank you. If you are so inclined, sir. Swervin Irvin, if you're Draisaitl, did you make McDavid promise to stay before signing that big contract? Pinky swear you won't leave me? Pinky swear? Oh, there he is. All right, let's get him on the line here. Oh, wait. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, I can see his face now. I can see you. They can't hear you or anything yet. I'm just going to set it up for a quick sec here. All right, guys. Live from Los Angeles, the man who donates way too much to the channel, Minor Dow. What's up, my dude?
Hey, guys. Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Yes, I'm doing very good. I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. Hello. And, it's I got an audio lag on here. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Can you hear me still?
Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm going to shut off my stream. There we go. Okay, one sec. I shut it off.
Oh yeah, you were hearing me. Oh yeah. You're hearing me and my stream. Okay, I get it.
I was hearing the delay. I apologize. Oh, I wanted to say it's really cool. You built a nice community this year, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it?
It's pretty cool, man. But not surprised. You're just in there, putting in the hours, you know.
But you're one of the OGs, Major Minor. So I mean, you're part of the reason that we are as big as we are because you've been here and having a good time and keeping chat active. So I really appreciate all the help and all the support.
I really appreciate you, man, because you're the voice of the Canucks for me.
That's good. I try
know?
my best.
Yeah. You're my shorty, bro.
So what can you tell me about your trip to Las Vegas? Because obviously what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. How was the trip this time?
It was wholesome gambling, nothing more. And
That's it, right?
Yes, yes, there were no federal or local regulations violated. There was no breach of contract, I promise.
That's good.
Yeah, and I hit that royal flush, which was like $2,000, which was pretty cool. You saw that?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you've hit a royal flush a couple times in your poker playing days, haven't you?
I have, and I'll admit I've lost more than $2,000 playing before. So but we'll take the win.
Yeah, you take the win when you can get it.
Yes, and then you give it back to you. I gotta give it to you in memberships as quick as I can before it's gone.
So you've been enjoying the playoffs so far?
Yes, playoffs have been pretty awesome this year. Actually, I think every series has a little something to it. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah. Every single series has got something different to put on the table.
Yeah, because in the past I do remember feeling like there was always one or two series where it's like, meh,
I think
I don't really feel like
maybe New Jersey, Carolina was kind of feeling like that, but then all of a sudden tonight they go into overtime and they changed that narrative because it seemed like, well, I mean, New Jersey could still lose this game, but it looked like Carolina was going to have short work of New Jersey. So if New Jersey can pull off this overtime win, then that would change their perspective on that series for sure. Yeah,
and then it's close, right? And the Montreal game was pretty surprising for me tonight. Oh, by the way, I'd probably root for New Jersey, probably just because there's Hughes brothers. I don't really know them that much, but yeah, Montreal surprised me. I thought they were going to lose and get swept, honestly. So tonight they won, though, right?
Yeah, big win for them too. First game back in Montreal, and they end up winning huge. So anytime you can score that many goals against the Washington team, 6-3 is a big win against those Capitals. And the fact that both starting goalies had to leave the game with injury was absolutely crazy too.
Yeah, that's probably good for Montreal, right?
Yeah. Wow. I mean,
who wins that? It's bad for both, but because it wasn't Thompson, right, for Washington?
Thompson looked like a double whammy because Thompson kind of took a cross check to the face as well when he fell over. It looked like his knee also bent pretty badly, so it could be a knee and a concussion with the way he got hit because didn't seem he was able to put any weight on that leg when he was leaving the ice. So Thompson might be out for a while. I mean, Lindgren can do something, but he's there's a reason he's the backup goalie.
Yeah, for sure. So Washington will have to outscore their problems probably, which they can do, I think, against Montreal, the younger team, more nervous, but they're playing in Montreal. It's the loudest place. I think that's probably the loudest place to play a playoff game, probably, right?
Gotta be.
So I don't know. I still think the Washington should have the edge in that still, but you never know.
For the other playoff series that are kicking around, have you been keeping an eye closely on any of the other ones, like the like Dallas, Colorado, or the Battle of Ontario?
Yeah, I've been catching. The Leafs are kicking ass. I think that series should be probably 2-1, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It ended up going 3. Yeah, it ended up going 3-0. So I think that one's going to end 4-1 in 5. That's what I think. I think Leafs are going to take it. I think Leafs will play. I think Florida's going to take it against Tampa Bay. So Leafs would be against Florida. Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Do Leafs? I think Florida will get the Leafs. I think that one. I would take Florida in 6. If Leafs win, I think it'll be in 7.
Can you imagine that Brad Marchand has another opportunity in that kind of a situation to knock the Leafs out again?
You know it's coming, dude. Just because of Marchand, Leafs don't want to play Florida, dude.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Yeah. Oh, it's bad. That's bad, man.
A couple years back, wasn't it? You could hear the Leafs fans. They were like, "We want Florida," and they got Florida right out of the playoffs, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true, right? Okay, it's a different Leafs team, or a different vibe. I would say if the Leafs would be better off facing Florida now, I think, versus back then.
Yeah.
So, and having confidence after winning, if they win well against Ottawa, that would be a great confidence for them. But Florida's going to be fucking tough. I don't know. I don't think anyone wants to face Florida. And I don't know. Leafs could beat Florida, but I would take Florida.
Because it comes down to what happens with Barkov. Because I know he did leave the game yesterday with an apparent kind of head injury or something like that. So
yeah, that's true.
I didn't know if he.
That's true.
If he finished the game or if he came back, I'll have to look that up.
And what I heard, I don't think he came back. So that's what I heard, though, but just on audio.
Now, let's see here.
Yeah.
I can even show you guys.
I would still give.
There we go. We got the two new technology. We can look it up right now together. Barkov.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, he. His last shift was at the 9:26 mark of the third period, so he missed the last half of the third period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought the Colorado Dallas series is pretty interesting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I find that one's the hardest one for me. I find that one's really, really hard to figure. I guess I'd take Dallas, but they played like crap against the Canucks, and ever since then, they right.
So funny.
I know, man. I know. It's like the Canucks. I kind of knew the Canucks were going to do that. Okay, 2 teams that are comeback mofos: Edmonton Oilers, Vancouver Canucks. You can never count out either of those teams. Never.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's crazy too with Dallas. They're doing it all without Heiskanen and Robertson, right? So 2 of their best players are out.
Right. So that one's really close to me. I think that one might go to 7, man.
Yeah. So what about this LA Edmonton series? Right now it's a 2-1 game. LA gets one late in that period.
Yep.
Do you think Edmonton has a chance to seal things off, or should they be worried with their backup goalie in net tonight?
Edmonton has no chance. There's no hope for Edmonton. It's going to be 3-2 Kings.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, actually, they came out great. Edmonton came out great today. Looked awesome. Got the 2 goals. LA did, dude. LA scored 1. If they could have held LA off the scoreboard longer, that could have become a psychological disadvantage for LA.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that LA is going to feel stifled.
Right.
So I don't think they mind playing a 3-2 game, like a 4-3, 2-1 game. Even LA doesn't mind. But I don't think that the Oilers can play a 2-1 game and a 3-2 game very well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not a lockdown kind of a team. That hasn't been their style all year, and especially with one of their best defensemen out of the lineup too, right? Like Ekholm's not playing, and he's one of their shutdown guys, so not having him in the lineup has got to be affecting their ability to protect the middle of the ice as well.
For sure. That said, I would never count out the Oilers because, like I said, they can come back. We saw them in the first game, literally down 4-0 and tied it at 5. Unreal, but is it enough? I'm going to say no, not enough. Kings in 5. Like I called it. I called Kings in 5, and I think Kings are going to take it. We'll see, though. Like, I'm not counting. Edmonton could score 20 goals tonight, and they're capable of doing that. So,
what's the vibe like down in LA when you're around town and stuff? Is there people talking about the NHL playoffs at all, or is it pretty quiet with the LA Lakers playing as well?
Lakers are number 1 here.
Yeah.
But LA Kings, because they won the 2 cups back in the day, they built a massive fan base back then. It's very common for people to be exclusively hockey fans down here. In Vegas, especially when I go there, I meet a new hockey fan at the bar. Every time I go, there's tons and tons. NHL is getting bigger here.
That's good to hear.
And yes, and it's been steady growth over the last long time. So I would say it's sound growth. It's not just the hype train growth, where you get the spurts based on some specific event. They have a real solid NHL base here, which wasn't true when I first moved here in 2000. It was the fans in LA are actually, they understand the game, and they just as well as I do, which I don't. But since I'm Canadian, I'll have a little bit of an edge on them, right?
Right.
But LA fans, they're smart. LA fans are smart. And there's a lot of them here, so it's big. Yeah.
What did the Kings need to do to contain McDavid? Because like we talked about in game 1, he exploded. He had 4 points. He was a big part of that rebound.
I'll tell you, I already know what to do. Just ignore him. Like, don't even worry so much. Don't put all your attention on these guys. Like, because when you're playing sports, sure, like what LA is better off putting their attention. Don't ignore, but what you put your attention on what you're doing. And you just treat it like he's like whatever. He's like a regular guy, right? And I think I don't really understand why. Well, he's great. That's why, because he can. When you have 2 players who can generate offense out of nowhere, that's an amazing thing. But I would much rather have a team like LA that is running hot. Great defense. Yeah, for sure. Because a team like Edmonton, I don't think they can win a cup with 2 guys. It's not going to happen. And LA, I think, has a better shot of actually, going on a longer run. It's easier to sustain it if you get the whole team. And that's why I liked Vancouver last year. I feel like if Vancouver would have gotten Edmonton last year, they were going to win the cup, I think. I just feel like that was going to happen. They just had to get through that, and they couldn't,
You just killed me with that one, Major Joe.
That hurts, eh?
Well, I wanted to show you something.
Next year.
So, because obviously one big thing about this series we haven't talked a lot about, but obviously a huge trade, Edmonton trading Wayne Gretzky to the LA Kings back in the day. One of the big things that started hockey being so big down there in the States. But one thing I wanted to show you and show the kids here, if you look at the all-time assist list for Oilers versus the Kings in the playoffs, Wayne Gretzky comes in 3rd place, and overall he comes in 4th place for points against the Kings. But if you look at the Kings against the Oilers, it's the same thing. Wayne Gretzky has more assists against the Oilers than he does than any other player in there, and then he's the 2nd highest scoring player too, right? So we're talking about a player that's the highest in the top 3 or 4 on both sides of this battle tonight. So that's a pretty fun one to see, right?
Yeah, man, that is interesting, isn't it? He's an anomaly, though, isn't he, Gretzky?
Oh, yeah.
There's no one like him, right? Literally, he's not even like Gordie Howe. He's not like anyone. He's just completely. He's not big or anything. He's just. I actually wonder how a guy like, if we'll ever see. Do you think he would survive if he'd have played longer, or do you? Because the league got actually a little easier to play later on, right? Like
Yeah,
less cheap
I
shit.
mean,
The 90s was cheap.
he played 19 years. I don't think he was going to play much more than that either way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's enough.
The fact
19
that
years.
Crosby's played 20 is crazy, right?
It's ridiculous. And I don't think Crosby's nearly as good. Crosby's still a good 1C, maybe 2C.
He's the best complete player of all time, I would say.
Yes, for sure. And I feel like if he wanted to join, if he'd have joined Dallas or it would have been nice if he joined Vancouver, if we could have got him. But yeah.
Well, thank you, Miner.
Yeah, we're cool. So I'm here. Good to see you. Thanks for having me on, man.
Nice to see you too, brother. And we're just about to get underway, so enjoy the rest of the game, and we'll chat in chat for the rest of the game, and we'll talk soon. All right, brother?
Yeah, you got it. Come troll me in the chat.
Yeah. See you later. Drive safe.
All right.
Miner Dow showing up and giving us a little this and that from LA. You love to see it. Always good to see Miner Dow. Minor, major, whatever you want to call him. Things are underway in Edmonton, I should say. They're playing in Edmonton tonight, second period. 19, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Edmonton putting a puck just wide of the net in the LA zone. Doughty chips it up to his own blue line, and then Fogle tips it out to center. Edmonton recollects it. Connor McDavid skating down. Oh no, that's Podkolzin right into the slot. Arvidsson spins and fires, goes off his shin pad and wide into the half boards. Puck down low for Arvidsson. He gets hit by Kopitar. Keeps the puck though. Drops it there for Draisaitl. Draisaitl puts it in behind the Oilers net, or the Kings net. Podkolzin in. Anderson spins on him. Podkolzin can't. Oh, and then Podkolzin manages to jar the puck loose and get it. Passes out to the high slot. Wallman with a shot that gets blocked and comes all the way back into the Edmonton zone. Oh, play-by-play is hard, man. Leafs have a different spark in their game this year. Yeah. Sorvin's just like, just a partial smile. There you go, Chico. I fixed it. Guys, I'm sorry. Sometimes I have breakdowns and get mad. Just ignore me when I do that. You accept my apology. I know people hate me now. We don't hate you, Emmanuel, bro. We're chilling. What other names again? I'll check out. Don't sweat it, BC. Oh, what a save by Kemper. Puck to the front. Oh my goodness, Gravitov just tipped it on his own net. Kuzmenko tips it out. LA manages to get a full line change for their forwards. I don't know if their defense got off though. LA is getting hemmed in their own zone to start this second period. Edmonton's got some pep in their step. Some gusto in their stride. Oh, Vancouver scouted him. No, judge not, or you will be judged. BC Ferries, guys, do you even like me anymore? Oilers getting sloppy. No, you don't like me, Big Hog. Correct. JK, laugh out loud. Mike Torrance, need a barrel of salt to handle Hog. BC, yeah. Doesn't take a grain of salt. It takes a whole barrel. BC Fairies. I literally left for a second because I thought you hated me. Big Hog's just crying now. Oh, brother, says KJ. BC Fairy lovers, because I kind of think people hate me. Everybody bullies me. Shake it off, BC, says Mike Torrance. KJ Brazy, we can relate to a child. That's all. BC Fairy, people don't like kids. Can't. Why? I do, however, like kids, says Big Hog. KJ's laughing and crying. JK, says BC Fairies. Rome, saying I like kids can be misconstrued if you know what I mean. Rome in the chat. Welcome back, Rome. Nice to see you, buddy. Oh, is that who I think it is? Russell Bleeding Blues in the chat. What's up, Russell? How's it going, Russell? Nice to see you. Always good to see my fellow Russell. Your boys thumped the Jets last night. I'd love to hit on Luke Shen. Evander Kane looks like he just took a penalty. BC Fairy Lover. Oh, hell nah. Big Hog's a pedophile. Dead. Big Hog's just the devil. Calvin 99 Charlie, laugh out loud, Rome. BC Fairy Lover, Big Hog Hockey, you're weird. JK, BC Fairy Lover, guys, guess what I'm getting for my birthday? BC Fairy Lover, you actually are 8. We don't often get any more young here. A jersey, says Hachigo. Let's go, says Zach. BC Fairy Lover, Hachigo, how the trick did you know? Oh, Bouchard off the crossbar. Rome, BC Fairy Lover, a Star Wars Lego set? Question mark. First power play for LA. Kemper puts it down low. Kuzmenko couldn't handle it. And then the puck gets outside the blue line. So this power play that's been running at 5 for 10, 50%. Is working now. Byfield puts it back for Fiala. Fiala takes on the half boards, tries to put it back to the blue line, gets blocked, but Byfield follows up, gets it across for Kopitar. Kopitar puts it down low for Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko still now in front of the net. Kopitar puts it into the corner. Byfield puts it back to the point. Kempe. Fiala with a shot. And they get a save from Pickard. Kuzmenko's in there, mixing it up in front of the net. 1:23 left to go on the power play for the Kings. 2-1, Edmonton leads. 15:28 left to go in the second period. KJ Brazy, I love Legos. Me too. I love Legos. I don't watch Star Wars. He's more of a Star Trek guy, right? Right, BC Fairies? Live long and prosper. Hachigo, BC Fairies, that's usually what people get when they're fans. I don't know the lore, but I do know the way. Okay, BC, now we hate you. Laugh out loud. Last year, I bought myself a Sharks sweater. This year, I bought myself a Miller jersey. Galley 11, ever since I came here under Lanky 32, I thought... ever since I came here under Lanky 32, I thought was Asian. Huh. I think I'm missing part of that one. Tao. Oh, Minor Tao, you thought he was Asian. No, he's a white dude. He's just a hippie. He's a hippie. Kuzmenko battling in the corner, trying to dig it out. LA can't get rid of... Oh, they ring around the boards. Up to the half boards. Kopitar puts it back to the point. Kempe puts it down low. Fiala puts it down behind the net for Kopitar. Or Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko puts it over for Kopitar in the corner. Kopitar tries to get it out front. A good stick from the Kings. And then good play at the line there by Kempe. He keeps it in. Fiala in the corner, puts it back to the point. Kempe comes in, puts it down for Byfield, high slot, puts it back to the blue line, and the puck comes out. 19 seconds left to go. Looks like they're going to have to revamp that power play. Fiala with some time and space, and scores! Oh, looks like one of the LA Kings was driving to the net with a little bit of interference, creating some space. Fiala has all the time in the world. Picks his spot and rips it in. That's a 2-2 game. LA scores. Woohoo, says Mike Torrance. Yeah, looks like it was Kempe, makes the pass over to Fiala and then drives the net, stopping the man from getting up to Fiala. And then so Nurse can't get there. Yanmar can't get there. And then same spot as the last goal. Fiala just ripping it short side over the glove. And Pickard just maybe didn't see it. Bit of a screen. 2-2, says Zach. Goal, says Brian Sinclair. KJ ex-hipster. And then Hitchie was like, go, 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 go. And then Calvin NHL is like, see, I told you. Let's go, LA Kings. And then Zach says, no. And then BC Fairlover says, LA ties at 2-2. Ken McGuire's like, let's go, Kings. And then BC Fairlover's like, boo. And then Minor Dow's like, here's a gifted membership. And Big Hog Hockey gets a free gifted membership from Minor Dow. And then Wild as Life is back. Hey, Russell, nothing is perfect. How's it going, Wild as Life? Up 2-1 in your series. Feeling good. Another game in Minnesota tomorrow, right? I believe. Yeah, Saturday. the 1 o'clock Pacific time game. Early one for us. Woo, says Milosh. A big hog says, bang! Swerve Nervous says, do you see the chin on that woman sitting behind Knobloch? Looks like Jabba the Hutt. Deep calls to deep abyss. Big hog, he's like, go, 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 go. And Hachiko's like, big hog! And then Zach's like, too evil, Ottawa! And then Minor Dow's like, big hog! Thanks, Major, says Big Hog. Minor Dow says, go, go! Calvin Einecher says, laugh out loud, Irvin. Rome says, Minor Dow, don't know hype. Big Hog, put it in your video, laugh out loud. Elias Pedersen's friend Kevin Fiala says, Big Hog Hockey. Gonna go raid my kitchen. Be right back, says KJ. Good for you, Big. Good for you, Big Hoglander. Rome says, Fiala makes the Oilers pay. Beautiful power play. Wild is left. Yeah, I was at the Wild game yesterday, Russell. Bro, you gotta go to the game? You've got a new baby and you still gotta go to the game? Oh, man. Chance almost got to the slot for the LA Kings, but Edmonton did a good job to clear it out. Puck comes all the way back to LA zone. Drew Doughty past the center. Kempe skates in over the blue line, puts it across for Kopitar. Kopitar with a shot. That one goes off a leg and out of play. Now I'm going to have to keep my eyes on the behind the bench. Someone please give me a membership, says KJ Brazy. Evil, says Minor Dow. Lava Loud. JK's pulling a BC. Super Nervin. I honestly cheering for Minnesota. Fuck the Knights. Swear jar. That's 2 gifted memberships I've gotten. Thanks, thanks, Major. Swervin says, peace, peace, peace. Or Minor says, Swervin, peace, peace, peace. And then Zoe says, thank you for the channel, Russ. Remember, if the world hates you, it hated me first. But everyone loves your channel. That is awesome. Thanks, Zoe. Yeah, it was buzzing. Man, I haven't been to a playoff game in years. I might have to see if I can get tickets to the Abbey Canucks tomorrow. See what they got available. Let's act like this never happened. You are Japanese, says Swervin Irvin. He's Mexican, says Big Hog Hockey. And then KJ says, I assume you was Asian, Chico. Mexican. And then Minor Dow just put some money in the swear jar for all the swears that have been flying around lately. $2 in the jar and a $2 dono to Dobby's college education. Russell Bleeding Blues, I feel like we are when I feel the momentum turn towards us, Russell. Yeah, with Connor Hellebuyck returning to playoff Connor Hellebuyck form. Yeah, Russell Bleeding Blues. That would be funny if you guys knocked him out. Same thing you did back in 2019. It's a hard job deciding everyone's ethnicity, says Swervin Irvin. Rome from Minor Dow says, okay. And then Minor says, Kings are going to get 2 here. Zoe says, Jesus said, let the children come to me, Angel. Russell Bleeding Blues, I'm good, just chilling. Yeah, it was crazy game for us. That was our wake-up call. If we tied the series, that'd be crazy. Yeah. I said earlier in the stream, I'll say it again. You're not in trouble in the playoffs until you lose at home. How old are you, says Hichigo, says BC Fairies. Rome. Minor Dow. Hey, bro, caught the end of your segment with Russ. Great stuff. Yeah, Minor Dow is always a good time. Hichigo. Zoe, what does Jesus think I should change on my display to? BC Fairies. Let me guess. 60 billion years old. BC Fairies. JK. Swervin Irvin. Are you getting training wheels for your birthday? Says Swervin Irvin. Hachiko. BC Fairies lover changed 6 to 9 and you got it. Oh no. Somebody get a copy of the rule book for the Kings. They iced the puck. They feel like they want to bake a cake, but they're playing hockey. You have to remember. Learn the rules. Rome says, thanks, homie. All right, Minor says to Rome, thanks, homie. Stuart Skinner helping out his buddy get a drink. What a nice guy. Go out there and do well, teammate. Zoe, that sounds like a long name. I like LA's 3D helmet decals. I don't know how. Think about that. If you punch that 3D decal, will that hurt your hand? If you get in a fight with an LA King, will that hurt your hand? You're 90 trillion years old. Minor Dow. If I were Edmonton, I would be gone with Pickard as your number one. Zoe, how about Jackal or Hyena? Revelations 22, 15-19. McDavid behind the net. Puts the back to the point. Shot goes wide. Comes in front. Knocked down with a glove. What a save from Kemper! Diving across and makes a glove save. Unbelievable save. McDavid tries to center. Kopitar stops that one from getting in the middle. But McDavid gets on the half boards, puts it over for Perry. Shot from Wallman. Rebound comes out, gets blocked by an LA King, and then they'll chip it out to center. LA's about to start changing. Almost had too many men on the ice there for a second. Drew Doughty in behind the net, trying to check Janmark. Fogle, former Edmonton Oiler, takes the puck, gets it out. Trevor Moore puts it down low. Fogle. Trevor Moore. Kings are going to have to restart in the zone. Puck came out. Doughty shot it in behind the net. Edmonton gets it, puts it up the half boards. Kane's there. He gives the puck directly to Fogle. He doesn't know that they're not playing together anymore. Woo! And Trevor Moore driving the net. Kulak's going over to have a chat with him, even though he didn't really do anything. Kuiper Belt or Comet 2025. He thought I was Asian because I used to be Asian in the past life, probably. I thought Tao was a hipster. Hippie, hipster, what's the difference? Minor Dow, at Big Hog Hockey. Hockey, okay. Sunglasses, praise, eggplant, infinity. Big Hog Hockey. Calvin, how would I put it in my video? Wild as life, says Zach. Swear jar, says Zach. Swear jar, says wild as life. Hey, Zach, says wild as life. KJ Brazy. That's what I should do to scratch my hockey itch. Go watch Abby. Yeah, looks like there's still some tickets available. I'll be downtown for tomorrow's Warriors party on the plaza for their first playoff game since 2017 when they were still the stealth. Oh my goodness, Gally, have some fun down there, man. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. Electric atmosphere down at Rogers Arena with playoff lacrosse. A real game would be awesome. Russell Bean Blues, it would, but anything is possible. Yeah. I mean, Hellbuck had one of his signature shit games, but that doesn't mean he can't bounce back. Swerve and Irvin, thought on the dressed as the Stanley Cup lady. Pretty ballsy, right? Dressing as the Stanley Cup. I mean, if you never want to touch the Stanley Cup before you win it, you better not be dressed as the Stanley Cup, I guess. Oh, I forgot. I promised you guys I would have these on display for the playoffs. There we go. The Conn Smythe and the Stanley Cup just sitting there behind me on the couch. Drip, says KJ. KJ likes it. Learn the rules, says Zach. Wild as life. If we upset the Golden Knights, that would break a lot of people's bracket. Yep. Not mine, though. Do I have my bracket still? Check. I think I might have my bracket. I think it's... Yeah, here it is. This is my bracket. Oh no, I did choose the... Oh no, I lied. It would break my bracket too. Even though I picked your team as the dark horse, it looks like I would break my bracket too. Brutal. I have Montreal beating the Capitals. Canes beating the... Yeah. BC Fairlover. Hey, Big Hog, why is your name Blue? I am Mod, says Big Hog. Blue boy! He's privileged, says KJ Brazy. Minor Dow, he's a powerful guy. Russell Bean Boost. Fowler and Bucinovic was getting a lot of goals last night. Bucinovic with 3 goals. The third goal coming off of Connor Hellebuck's gaff, giving up the puck behind the net. KJ Brazy, I'm blue, da ba dee ba da, da ba dee ba da, ba dee ba da, da ba dee. Sorry, I got distracted. Universal Habs, bonjour. Nothing is perfect. How's it going, Universal Habs? Pretty stoked after your big win tonight. You guys look good. You look really, really good, Universal. Welcome back to the stream. Kemper is pretty good. Gave the Canucks some trouble this year. Yeah. I mean, he won the cup with Colorado, right? So. Habs 13, says Zach. Sort Irvin, did you know that the lyrics are I'm blue, if I was green, I would die. If I was green, I would die. I'm blue, da-ba-dee, da-ba-da, da-ba-dee. Huh. They put it in some secret code or something. Don't eat leftovers on the third day or you will die. But who's counting? Why green and not red? Do not go beyond what is written, Jeremiah. Minor Dow. Canucks gave themselves some trouble this year. Canucks will win the cup as soon as they get out of their own way. The new guys from Abbey will be excellent. I believe the Canucks will win the cup. A low event second period right now between the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. Only 9 shots so far between the two teams. 7:52 left to go. Oh, and Edmonton gives it away to Kopitar right in front of the net. He gets a shot, and Pickard makes a blocker save. Puck goes over the glass. Now to play Auroras or Mars. Minor Dow. Swervin' green is death. Absinthe? Green wine, says Minor Dow. Oh, Trevor Moore couldn't get a good shot off there. Kempe put it into the middle as well. And Kopitar with a shot goes off the shoulder of Pickard. And it goes over the boards. Good save by Pickard. Wild mine would be, says Mike Torrance. Yep. Galley 11. Leafs had the dart guy. Oh, yeah, he had the cigarette in his mouth. He's got it in the whole time, right? Blues over Jets, says Big Hug. Bonjour, says Zoe. Bonjour. Bonjour. Blues looked good, but can they keep it up? Jets are very good, says Minor Down. Byfield gets the puck free. Shot. Pickard makes a save, goes to the corner. LA comes back up at the puck and then lose it immediately to Edmonton, who skates it out. Looks like Bouchard skates through center, puts the puck to the side. Shot goes wide behind the net. Kane tries to get the puck, gets it down low, but gets intercepted by Gavrikov. Puts it up the boards, puts it back down low. Edmondson does. Gavrikov skating into the corner to grab it, preparing himself to get hit by Evander Kane. Puck to center. Edmonton intercepts it. Perry puts it across the entire rink, but cannot be received by his teammates, so LA takes it and they skate it through center. LaFerriere gets knocked down after the whistle. That was not right of the whistle, announcer. That was after the whistle. That was a good beat after the whistle. The whistle went and it was like 1, 2, and then he got hit. So, but of course, the Edmonton color commentator is biased. Drew Doughty's getting in Nurse's face now. Big old toothy smile on his face. Calvin 99 Charlie. Dylan Strome pulled a Chris Kreider on his own goalie. Yep. LaFerriere. Universal Habs. Yeah, Bell Center was going nuts. I was watching it on TV. Daddy just comes in with a big smile on his face. Yeah, I would love to see a hockey game at the Bell Center someday, because it seems like it's probably the best building in the whole NHL. Blue and red makes purple, says Zoe. KJ Brazy. Canucks should go for Bennett. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to have Bennett on our team? Minor Dow. Habs were good tonight. Yeah. Swerve Nervin do the Keith Ballard decapitate your own goalie. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Poor Vokoun. It was Thomas Vokoun, right, Swervin? 6:35 left to go in the second period. Still tied 2-2. Jake Wallman. Aren't you going to gritty to the bench? Aren't you going to gritty over to the penalty box, Jake Wallman? Come on, gritty. Come on. This is the best gritty that I have. Huh? Can you gritty to the penalty box, Jake Wallman? Fogle getting in, and then Jake Wallman just stands him up, gets in his way. So that's going to be a penalty. Fogle, former Edmonton Oiler, getting stood up by new Edmonton Oiler, Jake Wallman. Dumb. Calvin and Charlie Bennett will come close to the Vancouver and go to Seattle. Ha! Go Leafs go, says Zach. KJ Razy Ballard had some good hip checks. Yeah, that is true. Solid D-man. Gally 11 with the target painted on his face. He goes all blue, right? Doesn't he? Oh, referee gets in the way. Fiala has to negotiate that, puts it back to the point, but it looks like it got deflected. Now Kempe's got to pick it up. Nugent Hopkins wins the puck in the LA zone, shorthanded. They get a shot. Kemper makes a save and puts it behind the net. Kemper to Kempe. Kemper, not Kempner. Kempe. Swerve Irvin Ballard was Hughes without puck skills and trust of the coach. Loved him with Chris Tanev. Kempe collects the puck at center as Edmonton manages to clear it out of the zone. Pass up for Byfield. Couldn't get it. He'll move in on the forecheck. Couldn't get the puck though. Puck comes behind. Bounces over the blue line. Now Kempe's going to have to hustle get back. Good save by Kemper. Shorthanded. Another chance shorthanded. LA now passes the puck way up. Kuzmenko across. Whew. Then LA gets the puck all the way down the ice. Now it's in front. Oh my gosh, it just goes through the crease. Edmonton collects it and they'll slam it all the way down. Kemper will stop behind his own net. Puts it to the side. Gavrikov puts it over for Doughty. Puts it up. Oh, now Doughty collects it. He'll skate it into the blue line. Trevor Moore on the half boards puts it back to the point. Back down to Trevor Moore on the half boards. Back to the point. Doughty with a shot and scores! Captain of your LA Kings, Drew Doughty. Top corner from the blue line. Same spot as the first two goals. The LA Kings have officially scored 3 goals over the glove side of Mr. Pickard. Yeah, Henrique with a shot. Kemper makes a save. And then Connor Brown also with a breakaway shorthanded. 2 saves from Kemper. And then Drew Doughty with a wrist shot over the glove side of Pickard's glove. Did it deflect in front? Did Dano touch that? Might have been Dano. I don't know if it was Dano. Oh, they're giving it to Drew Doughty for now. Drew Doughty from Trevor Moore and Philip Dano. So it's a 3-2 LA lead. Doughty has a great smile. No teeth since his second cup. Yep. Big Hog's like, go, 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 go. Bang! And then she goes like, go, 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 go. And then Paragraph for Pros here. Anytime I'm ever upset about a contract, I remind myself that Nurse is getting $12 million this season based on a salary of 9.25 hit. Man, is he useless. Yep. Ross, would you ever watch a World Hockey Championship game in Europe? Yeah. I think that would be a lot of fun. When does that get started? It's pretty quick, isn't it? Usually around it ends or starts around the second round of the NHL playoffs, right? Ballard wasn't too big, but he hit huge with his hip check. Yeah. No, you're good, Calvin. He didn't die. Paragraph Pro, I'll take PD over Nurse, bro. Oh my goodness. How did he not score? Did Pickard get a stick on that? He Pickard with the poke check. Right through the blue paint goes LA. Couldn't finish it though. Shot to the front. Skips wide. Midnight Solar. Welcome back, Midnight Solar. One day, I hope, for playoffs. Me too, Midnight Solar. Welcome back to the chat. Galley 11. Never mind. Blue leaf and beard. Yeah. Yeah, I think he changes it up though. I believe he did have a target on his face one time. But he usually does the blue paint, I believe. Minor Dow is just like, praise, praise, praise. Paragraph Pro is like, woo! And Mike Torrance is like, woohoo! And then Big Hog's like, Dustin! And then Zoe's like, score! And then Ken McGuire's like, let's go! And then Calvin 99 Charlie's like, let's go, Kings! And then Minor Dow's like, nurse making Hughes type money with ruining the, or will ruin the Oilers. Yep. And then Minor Dow gifting a membership. Thomas. Oh, and then Edmonton scores! Tying it up. Just like that. Not wasting any time. Tying this game back up after I talked about how this is a low event hockey period. The Edmonton Oilers come right back. And Minor Dow gifting it. Thomas getting it. Brutality Blood. Ooh, what's up, Brutality Blood? Welcome back, man. Brutality Blood. Let's see. Enrique behind the net. And then, oh, wow. So Patrick Kane. Evander Kane puts the puck in front. And Brown just chopping it in. Tie game 3-3. And then LA scores! Trevor Moore! What is this? Low event hockey? You want low event hockey? Hell no! There ain't no low event hockey. Oh my goodness. Roller coaster ride. Can you believe it? That's crazy. 4-3 Kings. So they win the face-off. Pass all the way down to the other blue line. And Trevor Moore breaks past the defenseman and then just pokes it right through Pickard's legs. Who's the defenseman? It's Wallman. Wallman gets walked. And with one hand on his stick, Trevor Moore pokes it through Pickard's legs. What an effort. Fending off Wallman with one hand and then poking it through Pickard's legs with the one hand on the stick. What a crazy. And McDavid can't believe it. Go Kings, go, says Hachiko. Awesome Kings answer. Let's go. WTF, says Kent McGuire. Minor Child's like, how? And then Brutality Buzz, nothing much. The Bolts and the Panthers got real chippy at the Bolts player injured our captain Russell. Yeah, I hope he's back. Brutality, have you heard any update? Like, is he going to be out? Or do you think he'll play next game? Bang, says Big Hog. Go, 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 go. LFG. And then Swerve Nervin's like, dig in. And then a good chance. Edmonton almost tied the game. And then Michael Chow says, okay, Google, play Down with the King by Run DMC. What a goal, says KJ Brazy. Holy smokes. Ooh, says Big Hog Hockey. KL the 99 says, it's not holy smokes, it's weed, bro. Big Dustin's in the house. Yeah, Dustin's here. Let's go, says Ichigo. 4-3 in 9 seconds. Yeah. Let's have a look at this. So Drew Doughty scores on the power play at 15:07. At 17:19, Connor Brown scores. And then at 17:28, 9 seconds later, Trevor Moore scores. After setting up Drew Doughty, Trevor Moore scores from Edmondson and Deneau. So Deneau gets his second and third assists of the playoffs there. And they're up to 4 goals now. And then Minor Dow shows up with another gifted membership. And Jakes takes hockey. Watch him from the shadows. Jakes takes hockey, getting a free gifted membership, Minor Dow. Thank you, Minor Dow. I appreciate you and all that you do for the stream. He will miss game 3, Russell. Oh, no, that's terrible. Man. It's not the same without Barkov in the lineup, but I think you guys still have a chance. Big Hog Hockey's like, go, 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 go. And then, oh, you're right. Kopitar is captain. Are you sure? Isn't Drew Doughty captain? No, you're right. It's not Drew Doughty. Wasn't Drew Doughty captain? LA Kings captain. A complete list. Yeah, you're right. It is Ansei Kopitar. It was never Drew Doughty. It was, I forgot. Dustin Brown was the captain for all those years. And then Anson Kopitar, you're right. I'm having a fever dream. Thank you, Swervin. Zach McNally, Galley Leafs. Swervin Irvin, you have to say Dano with a Quebec accent. Dano. Swervin Irvin, that's blue line. Ham Hughes, Bieksa, Prime Edler, Ehrhoff, Salo, Ballard, Tanev, Rome. It was beautiful. And then suddenly we didn't have Ehrhoff. Oh no, suddenly we didn't have Ham Hughes or Ballard or Rome. Rome, spotty power play, but still score. LA's power play percentage must be obscene. It is. It is, in fact, obscene. Centering pass. David puts it down behind the net. Yeah, the LA power play is running at 50% right now. The Florida Panthers, the LA Kings are at 50%. The Leafs are running at a 55.6%. Again, this is effing tiny. There, you can see that better. That's the current leaders. But it might be crazy after tonight, too. Because if you're looking at it, there has been 3 penalties in this game, and none of them have been stopped. And then Minor Dow shows up. Check out Dustin Brown highlights. Dude was a clutch. I know, and I'm not going to. I hate Dustin Brown because he beat the Canucks. Oh no, we lost. Oh, is that over? Oh, they hurt that in the second overtime. We didn't even see that. That's crazy. Fiala going to the net. Pickard makes the save. And Fiala getting punched in the face. Hyman's talking to the ref, hoping he can get something from him. I'm sorry to hear that, bunch of jerks, Canes. Who scored the game winner? Namek. I can never say his name. Connor Hill, especially if they end up failing well short of last season. Yeah. Russell Bling, 100% Emperor King might be loving this. Yep, he's probably watching from the shadows. He's usually here watching in the shadows. Back to the bar. Saved by Pickard. 38 seconds left to go. LaFerriere gets stopped. $20 seconds left to go in the second period. And that's the end of the period. We're into the second intermission now. 3-0. Looking for that 3-0 series lead with a 4-3 lead. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, looks good. Excellent. Cool, guys. As I mentioned earlier tonight, we're happy to have our next guest who has nearly 15,000 subscribers now on YouTube. He's gone up almost 2,000 since we last had him on YouTube. He's got 64 videos ready to be watched. He's got over 2 million views now. So again, that's gone up by about 500,000 since the last time we had him on. He covers the Canucks and hockey in general, lots of like Team Canada stuff. Please welcome to the show for the third time, the Blue Line Hockey.
Thanks for having me again, Russ. Always a pleasure to be here.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Nice to see you.
I was saying earlier in that second period, it seemed like very low event hockey for a minute there. And all of a sudden they're like, no, not low event hockey. got a little crazy.
Yeah. Seems like the Oilers' physicality kind of backfired on them a little bit. Kane taking that phantom penalty. I didn't like the reffing in that period at all. Felt like the LA Kings got away with a couple of. There was that knee on knee that almost took Hyman out, and there was that dirty hit on Hellenius. I didn't like that either. And then they get Kane on. I don't know. I'm not sure how I felt about the reffing, but Oilers are gonna Oiler, man. There's there's so much missed coverage, and if we go back to the first period, the first goal that the Kings scored, Kempe, what was McDavid doing activating off of his zone of the ice and taking the left side, the left point, leaving Kempe streaking down? And then on that, the last goal, when they got back into it, the Kings, Wallman just completely is just pressing way too high up on the blue line instead of respecting the forward that was coming down. So it's just missed coverage with the Oilers. Just big mistakes. And if the thing is, you can have subpar goaltending, you can have poor defensive coverage, but you can't have both. And if you guys remember Ryan Kessler in 2013, when he said when the Canucks were down 2-0 heading into the third period against the San Jose Sharks, he said we got to compete like bastards. That's pretty much what the Oilers have to do now in the third period. They have to come out, they got to compete like bastards, and they got to figure out if they're actually a Stanley Cup contender this year, or are they going to go out the way of a pretender again? So,
I mean, with Pickard in net, you look at the first 3 goals that the Oilers got on him, and they were all in the exact same spot. So that's got to be something that they scouted, because it was all top corner, short side over the glove, and they were all ones that his glove was just too low down. Like, that's just stuff that he should be better at, shouldn't he?
absolutely. I loved how he played in the first period. I think they really fed off the energy of the fans, the hometown fans in Edmonton. And that's another thing, is should they really have rested all those guys and taken the third seed, or should they have gone for the second seed and tried to get that home ice advantage and use that crowd and that passion in Alberta, right? So that may have been another strategic mistake that the Oilers made. I should probably backtrack a little bit. I was in Edmonton about a month before the playoffs. McDavid wasn't playing. Draisaitl wasn't playing. Ekholm played, but obviously Kane wasn't playing, and Skinner wasn't playing, but obviously Skinner had the concussion. But you wouldn't get any sense of panic around Edmonton, because all the fans seemed to believe that this was all strategic. They were all just resting these guys, because last year they burnt out in Game 7 against the Florida Panthers. And they play these guys like 25, 30 minutes a night, right? So in Edmonton, everyone was of the belief, like, we're going to sit these guys, we're going to rest them, and then we're going to come back healthy in the playoffs, and we're going to dominate. And I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I don't believe it as faithfully and as strongly as the Oilers fans did, obviously. I don't know if it was a strategy that someone like Stan Bowman, Chris Knobloch, upper management put in place. If it happens that it is true, I question that strategy now, because the home ice advantage probably could have worked out in their favor, and you saw that early on. Until, like you said, Kings got the scouting report on that glove hand. So loved Pickard in the first, didn't like him in the second, and let's see what the Oilers are made out of.
I mean, that's the thing and you mentioned Evander Kane too, Vancouver boy, but not playing the entire season. Then he's back for Game 2. He's got to be rusty. Like, there's no way he should be playing any top minutes. He should be protected, but it seems like they've just kind of thrown him right in there, right to the wolves. And he looks like he's just not able to keep up the pace of this playoff hockey after not playing for so many months.
Yeah, he got an assist on that Brown goal, but you can chalk that up to a fluke or whatever, right? But the thing with Kane is there's a fine line that you draw if you're a physical player, power forward in the playoffs, right? I don't think he knows how to like walk that line. You saw that last season against the Canucks when, you know, he thought that the Oilers were going to go on the power play, and then it went the other way. I think when he hit Zadorov or something, and he took a penalty. That was him in the box, right? When they scored their second power play goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't really have that ability to walk the fine line. And last game as well, when he took out Kuzmenko along the boards from behind, you can call that a dive by Kuzmenko, but at the end of the day, if you have a reputation like Kane's, right, he's got to reel it in. But I think, like you mentioned, he has the rust, right? So if he feels like he can't play with the skilled guys, then the only way that he must think he can contribute is through his physicality. But that's costing the Oilers right now. So I again, it's if you want to play a guy like that and he hasn't played all year, put him on the fourth line, but just don't hand him like skill type assignments and expect him to put up points.
Yeah, you can almost take Evander Kane's situation and put that as the entire story for Ottawa, but that's for a whole different discussion because it's one of those things they're running around trying to cause some energy and all they're doing is taking penalties, and you don't want to take a penalty against the power play that's going 55% in the playoffs right now against the Leafs.
Yeah, quick note on the Senators. I like Travis Green as a person, as a coach. This season I don't like how he's handled the Brady Tkachuk's just petulance, childlike behavior.
Mm-hmm.
That's your captain. And he's out there just saying that, oh, it's okay. You want that out of your captain. You want that out of your leader. But look now, it's all backfiring. Like the whole country hates them, not just because of Tkachuk, but all this nonsense they're doing, shooting pucks at Stolars during the warm-ups and like all these antics. It's people hate Toronto, but right now the Senators are giving people a reason to hate the Senators more. That might be a controversial take. However, I feel like Green, if he wants the Senators to take the next step, he really needs to rein in these antics and like this childlike behavior. But let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, Ottawa's just setting it up so they can do a reverse sweep because that's what everyone expected from them versus Toronto, right?
Well, if anyone's going to give that up, it is the Leafs, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The last one I wanted to ask you about, actually going back to last game, you saw it from Podkolzin, and he actually ended up getting a 10-minute misconduct at the end of the game. Haven't seen him a lot tonight. But yeah, very out of character, but that's kind of what LA does to you. And they're doing the same thing tonight. They play their game. They play a gritty game. They'll hit you every time they get it. And it looks like it's once again getting under the Oilers' skin with people taking stupid penalties.
Absolutely. Quick note about Podkolzin, so a little side note. I saw him in Edmonton when I was there. Pretty eventful weekend in Edmonton, let's just say that. I saw him at the hotel right across from the arena. Said, Pods, please come back to Vancouver. We miss you so much. But the way I said it came out wrong. I said, please go back to Vancouver, right? And then I realized, oh crap, that probably sounded like I'm telling him to F off, right? Go back home or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh no, I'm a Canucks fan. Please come back. And then he's like, haha, he laughed. And he's like, blah, right? But anyways, back to the Kings. They're just ferocious, man. Like that. It's their defensive system's really interesting. They don't care about like zonal coverage. Like, you know how the Canucks have like quadrants and then they'll throw one guy in the middle and then like they'll support each other around the rink.
Right.
It feels like LA is just like, screw that. We're going to use our size. We're going to use our grit. We're going to just try to keep these guys these guys to the outside, and it's working. When you see Oilers get desperate and they throw McDavid and Draisaitl out there together, you're not seeing them sort of they're cycling around the outside, but they're not getting into the corners and into the front of the net. And that's something that I think was strategically put together by the coaching staff, by the Kings, that, you know, what we're going to do is we're just going to grab a man and just fight like hell. And so far it's working, and we'll see.
Yeah, one of the plays you see quite often from Edmonton, at least through this whole regular season, and probably a little bit last, was the scissor move, right? Skate and drop the puck, and they go opposite directions. And you haven't even been seeing that because gets stopped, stick in by LA, and suddenly that play is just not being used very much. And it was very effective for Edmonton when they could use it.
Yeah, LA's man coverage it's chaotic to watch as like a hockey fan, but I don't know, maybe it's like the next big thing in playoff hockey, right?
Yeah.
Instead of having that defensive structure and like locking it down and having guys box down in front of the net, just grab a man and play like you're an atom, right? Atom hockey, just simplify it.
So I want to just switch pace a little bit here because we did get a little bit of, well, a lot of news, I should say, out of a press conference from our head honchos, Jim Rutherford and Patrick Alvin. So I wanted to get your take because you do cover the Canucks quite substantially on your channel. What was your big takeaway from the long presser from Alvin and Rutherford?
So how do we go from Willander is a 2-year college guy? He's going to go to the NHL. That was everyone was saying that. Willander's camp was saying that. The Canucks were saying that. The fans, that's what we thought. And then all of a sudden, Patrick Alvin saying all along the plan is for him to go. It never was all along the plan for him to play 3 years. Who said that? No one ever said that. And then Willander's camp came out. Today, Dhaliwal was saying they're $200K apart on the what do you call it? The rookie bonuses,
right?
But also, he was also saying that Willander wants to go pro. He wanted to go pro, so he's confirming Todd Diamond, who's his Willander's advisor, their side of the story. And I'm always, whenever you see a dispute between agents and management groups, you always got to take the side of the agents because the agent is representing their player. That's it. The management, it's completely different for them. They have to look out for their entire organization, their bosses, everyone's. They pretty much have to cover everyone's ass, right? So what I think is happening is someone told someone told Alvin, whether it was Rutherford, whether it was Aquilini, whether it was someone else, look, we got to get a second line center, like an elite second line center, like equal to or has a potential to be at the level of JT Miller. And Alvin, I might be talking out of my ass. I don't know. He might be throwing out a smoke screen here and saying, hey, Willander, this. It's very difficult to come to a contract negotiation or a contract with him, which makes no sense whatsoever because Willander has been known for being like upstanding, smart, like loyal, like everything you hear about him. Like you'd want your daughter to marry this guy, right? And then now all of a sudden, he's balking. He doesn't want to sign. He's going to go back for a third year. To me, the only logical explanation is they're shopping him. If they Tage Thompson, I don't know, but I wouldn't be too upset. Take a Höglander, a first, Willander, Tage Thompson, I'd do it.
Oh yeah,
but I don't think that'll be enough. Maybe they'll settle for like a Mason McTavish, I think he'll be a really good power forward second liner, but we'll see. I could be completely wrong, but yeah.
No, I've heard similar rumors on the internet with the Tage Thompson connection, so that would make sense because you'd have to probably give up some pretty good assets to get that kind of guy, and comes at a really good cap hit too. I think it was his cap hit's only like 7.25 or 7.5 for the year, so would be very reasonable to fit underneath the Canucks cap situation.
And he's perfect size as well. You want like a 6'6" second line center. You got a good mix of size and skill with Pettersson at the 1C, right? So that would be really fun to watch.
The other thing they talked a lot about in the presser was obviously Elias Pettersson, EP40, and his kind of situation. Obviously, they're kind of looking at his training regimen for the summertime and hoping that he will do something different than he did last summer. Are you thinking he takes the hints and the direct cock from the management team and changes things up, or should we be worried about EP40 going into the summertime?
I think going forward he'll be fine. However, I don't really buy the training regimen thing because you can always just come back during the season and get into shape during the season. And we've seen this in the past, right? Where a guy comes to camp out of shape and then he gets benched, he gets healthy scratched, and then the coaches and the strength and conditioning guys work with him on the side. And you know, the player rounds back into form and gets back into shape, right? And then by the middle of the season, they're fine. I don't think that was the case. That is the case with Elias Pettersson. I think it's part of the puzzle. I think originally his knee tendonitis or his knee injury didn't allow him to train. So, but that's only one part of the puzzle. I think beyond that, there's other things, whether it was mental or the locker room drama or the injury just never healed, right? There's plenty of explanations, but it has to be more than just, oh, he didn't train well in the summer. I think there's got to be way more to it. But I wouldn't worry moving forward, only if they get that injury sorted out.
So can you tell us anything about your videos that should be coming out pretty quick here?
I've been working a little while on this 1987 Canada Cup video.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking longer than anticipated. I think after this, I'm going to take a little break from doing Canadian tournaments because it's getting really annoying going over every individual game and then finding clips for it. After that, I think I'm just going to go back to like the old school stories and stuff. Kind of more like my, Keenan era Canucks or Messier era Canucks. I might do something on like the West Coast Express and why they never won a cup, something like that. But the next video coming out is 1987 Canada Cup.
Can I make a request?
Go for it.
Canucks training center debacle. The fact that the PWHL team gets announced and immediately has a training facility specifically for them, and the Vancouver Canucks have still failed to do that. Might be something interesting to look into why that hasn't happened, because I saw today in an article that when Chris Tanev was signing all the way back in 2010, that was something that they were talking about with him, about making sure that within a couple of years they would have a training facility for the Vancouver Canucks.
Wow, I didn't know that, but I will put that on my list. I can't promise it will come out anytime soon, but congratulations to the new franchise, the PWHL Vancouver franchise. It's a big step forward for the game in Vancouver.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much, brother, for joining the show today. Is there anything you want to say to chat before I let you go?
All right, chat. I know it's been a tough season watching the Canucks not make the playoffs, but let's cheer for a Canadian team. Go Habs. I'm taking the Habs. Definitely not the Leafs.
Yeah, not the Oilers either.
Fuck no. Sorry.
Swear jar. Awesome.
Right,
thank
great.
you. Thank you, Mr. Blue Line Hockey. We'll talk again soon and enjoy the rest of this Kings versus Oilers game.
All right. Enjoy the stream, guys. Thanks, Russ.
Awesome. Thanks for the Blue Line coming on. Always good to see the man. And we're back underway in LA. Third period is underway. And Kemper makes a save. The boys gather for a chat already. Covers the puck. Faceoff will come back into the zone. Castle Siege, we clash with the Avalanche tomorrow. Yep. You and Brutality Blood going at it again. Well, BC Fairy lovers, how did you get modded, Big Hog? Kane is looking a bit sketchy, but personal life. Yep. And chat loves him. Minor Dow, Edmonton has no choice but to play Kane. Yep. BC Fair Lover. Wait, Russell made you a mod? Does it cost him money? Big Mac, says Minor Dow. Fuji, says Rome. BC Fair Lover. I'm an O. And then Minor Dow says Rome, check. And then BC Fairy says IG, OG. And then Minor Dow says Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac. Shot goes wide from the point. Give you guys a countdown here. It's 1908, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51. KJ, you are not an OG. Easy Fairy, I am an OG. Mike Torrance, I think he was in the first 20 crowd here as well. Rome, thanks, but I think I came on board around 400 subscriber mark. Rome since you're 400. KJ Bearsy, I was here when Russ was showing the games. Yeah, that's all the way back in the preseason when I pirated off the Canucks website. Hey guys, guess what? Oh, Minor Dow. We clash with the Avalanche tomorrow. Minor Dow putting $2 in the swear jar for the blue line. You'll love to see it. Big Mac, great takes, blue line. JK, I started watching in early February this year. KJ, rip Fuji. Minor Dow, hashtag justice for Fuji. Mike Torrance, you were here for the preseason? No? Question mark? Yeah. Minor Dow, I came here after Chico because I held the door for him. I was 19 years ago. That was 19 years ago. Oh my gosh. Rejoice, rejoice. And again, I say rejoice. Calvin, I came here before all of you, besides Drew. He is Hachiko. Minor Dow, praise. High five. High five. Shoot your shot, Chico. I was here, stream number 2. Big Mac. Calvin was sub number 1. Well, for the hockey streams. KJ Brazy, I wish. Yeah, the hockey streams. I used to be a Fortnite YouTuber, guys. Big Mac was there. Swear jar. Leaves looking good for Zach. Hachiko's a coward. Hachiko's a coward. Yeah, Edmonton controlling play at the beginning of this third period. Still controlling in the zone. Back to the point. Bouchard puts it down low. Puck up to the point. Nurse with a shot. That one goes wide. Off the end boards, comes out front. But good stick from Kempe. And he'll flip it out. Bouchard does well at the blue line to keep it in. Fogle overskates the puck. Puck gets shot down low. And Kemper gets back. Another shot to the front. Kemper with another toe save on the same side. Deneau puts it up. Oh, and the puck gets held in at the blue line. Shot goes wide, well wide off the boards. And it gets chipped out to center. The Kings will relieve the pressure, if only for a moment. Laughing. He's not a fighter. He's a lover, not a fighter, says Minor Dow. And Kemper makes the save. And guess what, guys? It's time for Dobby to get his dinner. Oh yes. Oh, yes, it is. It is time for Dobby to have dinner. Okay, we're back. Oh, yes, Dobby. Yeah, come on. Oh, yeah, you go straight for the turkey. Going for the good stuff, huh? Yeah, come on. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Come on. Up, 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 up. There you go. Yeah, eat your dinner. Come on. LA behind their own net. Drew Doughty waiting, looking for a play. Pass up to center. Puck gets chipped back to the blue line. Fiala's there. He puts it down low. Gets intercepted. Oh, yes, W. What a nice boy, huh? Yeah, eat your food. Oh, yes. What a good boy, Dobberton. What a cute little nugget, huh? Look at this cute little boy, huh? Eating his dinner. He was sick this morning. He didn't want to eat his breakfast. Or he skipped lunch, I think. Now he's getting a special dinner. It's got a little bit of turkey liver and some turkey heart and some turkey. Anderson just working over Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid. McDavid on the blue line, skates down. Oh, what a save. Kemper with another diving save. Crazy. Keeping it a 4-3 lead. The linesman didn't like the way he dropped that puck, so they're going to have to face off at center once more. Oh, yes, Toppy. Eat that. There's more food for you, my boy. Oh, yes, Dobby. What a good boy, huh? Good job, Dobberton. I'm going to throw this over here now. If you want some more, you can go get it. Okay. Okay, what a good boy, huh? What a nice boy. Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'm back. Stop the mayhem. I'm back. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. Again. I'm back again. Dobby's like, more? Calvin and chatting, fine, give him round 2, then in 10 years, give him round 3, so on and so on. Messier 11, did I hear someone say Messier? Maybe Rome. Blue line, before you leave, are you single? Finally. Blue and red make purple. Calvin 99 Charlie. Gosh, why does the beard look so good? His. KJ Brazy. Eggplant. Dark Charge. Dubby. Welcome back, Dark Charge. Nice to see you. Hachiko. We could really use a Kuzmenko goal against the Oilers, and it will not be called back right now. Minor Dow. Swear jar. Rome, Minor Dow. Dono hype. When you read the chat, it reminds me of Letters to Santa from kindergarten. I'm 0, and I like that one. Puck gets shot wide. LA chips it off the boards. Oh, and good bounce for LA. That one didn't quite make it down for icing. Blue Line is a great source. Yeah. Make sure you guys check him out. We've got the link to the Blue Line Hockey's YouTube channel here. So make sure you check him out. He's got a whole lot of really good high quality videos, kind of documentary style stuff that he does. So make sure you check him out. Major, can you give me money since you're rich? Big Hog's like, laugh out loud, JK. And then she goes like, no, me, Ross, WTF. Calvin 99 Charlie. Oh, shot from Byfield. That one goes just off the toe and wide. Pickard keeping it out. Fiala puts it into the corner. And puck comes right out in front. And I think Pickard might have made a save with his face on that one. Puck squirted out front. There is a giant thing on his visor or cage, I guess. Yeah, kick save on Byfield and then a head save right after that. KJ Brazy's laughing and crying. Barbershop. I'm here to say one thing. The only thing that a bigger joke than the Oilers PK is that you guys have Daniel and Hendrick's number hanging in your rafters. The only thing that is a bigger joke than the Oilers PK is that you guys have Daniel and Hendrick's number hanging in your rafters. And Big Hog's like, Barbershop. You'd be lucky to have the Henrik and Daniel connection in your organization. They took their team to the Stanley Cup once as well. Dark Charge 87. I giggled at the Capitals loss tonight. Yeah, Dark Charge. It was good to see, right? Montreal with a big win. Hachiko, who the fuck is Hendricks? The Blue Line Hockey. Hey, everyone. Thanks for the kind words. Always a blast coming on. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, the Blue Line Hockey. Hachiko, Russ is gone. Hijack the stream. Minor Dow with another donation. Bouchard. Bouchard looks great, Barber. Thumbs up. $2 dono from Minor Dow. Thank you very much. Mike Torrance. Barber, glad you hear. Big props. And sorry about that, OV Capitals fan. Hi, nothing is perfect. And Rome says, sad about the Caps tonight. Back, Dinton's over. Welcome back, OV. I mean, Ovechkin tied it up right away. You guys were looking really good there for a minute. And then things went sideways. But you only lost one. There's always another game. It's a best of 7 for a reason. Rome, Minor Dow, Dono, hype! And then Zos is partly cloudy with a chance of meatballs. And it's honey and hamburgers and French fries. I think there's fireworks going off outside. Connor Hill, I just watched the brawl in Montreal. I couldn't stop laughing. The hilarity of Wilson's Anderson fight on the bench, falling over with the linesman. The slow replay of Wilson crying was super. Michael Chow, I was thinking that one video idea would be good to focus on the crap the Sedins had to put up with in the first part of their NHL careers. Yep. All the abuse. Michael Chow, back in chat. And Big Hog's like, Dobby. And Connor Hill's like, it's 100% a worthy meme on its own. Yeah. The slow-mo crying. Yeah, for sure. Hachiko's like, Dobby. And Minor Dow's like, Bouchard is better than Henrik and Daniel combined. Big Mac, Dobby. Dark Charge, Dobby. Rome, hey, it's Barbershop. Let's get this party started. Do. Y'all ready for this? That's all you get. Barbershop, what took you so long? Your team needs your cheerleading skills. Get out there. Get your pom-poms out. Big Hog Hockey, laughing and crying. Connor Hill. Tom Wilson is an excellent shit stirrer. Love him or hate him. Yep. KJ Brazy. Oh, yes. So I'm supposed to be vegan, but I love cow. Turkey, says Hachiko. Big Mac, anyone else's stream on Amazon lagging hard? Not. I'm watching on Sportsnet, so I do not know. Big Hog Hockey, Zoe is the vegan teacher confirmed. Puck flipped out to center. Vogel trying to come up with it. Reverse hit there. Puck comes down to Fogle in the corner. He looks up to the point. Anderson on the close point. Down low to the half boards. Trevor Moore gets hit. Makes the pass though. And then Edmonton shoots the puck all the way down the ice, but it looks like it was going to be waved off. And so the Kemper comes out to play it. Pass all the way up to center for LA. And then LA was doing some weird stuff in the middle of the neutral zone and ended up losing it. And Draisaitl getting pinned in the corner. Is that Draisaitl and McDavid both in the same corner? Perry, Draisaitl, and McDavid. Yep. Connor Gill, Minor Tau, better at being shit. I fully agree. When they get older, they need more protein or they get bloody diarrhea. What? Minor Tau is just like laughing. Mine is fine, Mac. Hachiko, Big Hog Hockey. Oh my God, I forgot the vegan teacher existed. Why would you remind us, Big Hog? Big Hog Hockey, she said she's glad the Pope died. What? That is something you should not do. Calvin 99 Charlie, Big Hog, did you ban him again? Laugh out loud. What? Minored out, Dobby. Big Hog Hockey. No, Rome, I love turkey in a big brown shoe. Adam Sandler. That's weird. The Edmonton crowd screaming for a penalty call. but they're not going to get it. Just a good battle for a puck. Puck behind the net. Kuzmenko puts it up. Clark skates it out of his own zone, gets to center, dumps it in, and takes the hit to make the play. Oh, that's a Dobby hair, I think. There's so much Dobby hair in this house. Zoe confirmed by Simon the Zealot and Judas Iscariot. What, says Zach? Mayhem, says Big Hog. Mayhem times 2. Minor Dow. Now take that shampoo bottle over there. Now, Adam Sandler. Back to school. Back to school. Back to school to show Dad that I'm not a fool. Byfield chips it down low. Pickard chips it behind his own net, round the boards. Evander Kane loses the puck, gets it back, brings it around the boards. Kulak couldn't get to the point in time to keep the puck in. OMG, we need a new host at this point. What? Mayhem, says Calvin. I nominate Crystal. Petition for new host. Hashtag vote for Crystal. God doesn't enjoy the death of the wicked. Why did Russ read that? He wasn't supposed to read that. Hashtag vote for Crystal. Hachiko Russell is jealous. Crystal, says Zach. Jealousy is as cruel as death. Swervin Irvin, welcome back. What did you eat, Swervin? Barber left because he's a coward. He's a coward. He's a coward. Yeah, it was a tough. We need to regroup. Yeah, but like I said, that's why they play 7, Ovi. Swerve Irvin, pizza, margarita, and gnocchi with pesto. Oh, that sounds so scrumptious. Ala Irvin. Ooh, it's your own creation, eh? Minor Dow. Barbershop is a hater, not a fighter. Yeah. Gnocchi is extremely underrated, says Michael Chow. Yeah, I said Habs won't be easy to team to beat. Yeah, they're fast. They got a lot of skill. Rome, OV Capitals fan 8. I think they rebound big in game 4, says Rome. Swervin Irvin. Thank you, Achiko. That means a lot coming from a Japanese person. The Blue Line Hockey. Pizza over here tonight as well. Ooh, Blue Line's eating pizza. I had crispy chicken sandwich for dinner tonight. Crispy chicken sandwich. Big Hog Hockey. There's fireworks outside? No, I think it's gunshots. You fine, Russell. I mean, it is Surrey, so it could be gunshots. You never know. Skirt steak. Puck down to the half boards. Draisaitl puts the puck into the other corner. Kopitar's there. Corey Perry's checking him. Kopitar gets the puck away from Corey Perry, puts it over Fogle. Fogle flips it out to center. And out. That'll allow LA to get a change. Michael Chow, wearing a steak must be awkward. Yeah, I mean, ask Lady Gaga. I don't think she actually felt awkward at all wearing a steak. Awkward. Michael Chow, yeah, especially the pack of dogs following me everywhere I go. I'm gonna throw some burgers on the grill after the game. Burgers. Deadly Flames. Yes, yes, yes. Keep losing, Soilers. I guess go Kings. Doesn't sound right. Welcome back, Deadly Flames. Nice to have you. Minor Dow. Thanks for liking and subscribing, guys. Let's get all the likes. Did that one go off the post? Bouchard puts it off of the post. Kepner is gonna rub his post a little bit. Thanks for all the likes and subscribe, guys. Let's get all the likes. Sort of Nervin. Fur burgers. Connor Hill. Evan Bouchard is overrated. No debate. Shot goes off of a shin pad and wide. LA puts it up the boards. Edmonton collects it there. Arvidsson trying to come up with it. Can't keep it though. Gavrikov chips it all the way down the ice. Kempe into the zone behind the net. Run around the boards. Dano collects it there. Let's go back to the blue line. Drew Daddy and Dano come together, put it down behind the net for Kempe. Kempe in the corner up to the half board. Stops, loses the puck. The Oilers collect it and skate it out. Podkolzin skating into the zone. Throwing a hit on Anderson. Can't come up with the poke up, though. Kopitar puts it off the boards, but it gets kept in at the blue line. And then the puck squirts out to center. Kopitar in pursuit. Puck off the boards, over for Connor McDavid into the middle. Kemper makes a save, but can't keep the glove on it. Puck gets chipped out to the blue line, gets kept in. Another shot from McDavid. Oh, he tries to pass it down low. That one gets blocked. McDavid buzzing on this shift. Puck comes back up the blue line for Wallman. Wallman with a shot to the front, goes off the end boards and back out in front. McDavid trying to go around for a wraparound, and it looks like the Edmonton Oilers may have put it in the net. Evander Kane, maybe. We'll give him a goal celebration for now. The puck is in the net. Kane celebrating like he scored. Oilers may have tied up the game. We'll have to wait and see. I prefer vegan burritos. Meat tacos, oxymoron. Gross. Crying and laughing. Calvin and Charlie, trust me, Flames fan, I don't like it either, but it has to be done. KJ Razy, to the fur burger, not the tacos. True, at Calvin and Charlie says Deadly Flames. Okay, let's see this replay. McDavid trying to get to the front of the net. Puck goes actually off of Anderson. I think Kane kicked it. I think Kane kicked the puck. So they said no goal on the ice. The call on the ice was no goal because it looked like Kane kicked it. So they're going to have to review it. But if Kane touched it with his stick on the way through, I think he gets it with his stick too. But the initial momentum was a kick. I think the stick gets it. So they're probably, I'm thinking this one's going to be called a goal. Yeah. Yeah, he gets the stick on it. So that's going to be called a goal, I believe. We'll wait for the official announcement before I put it up on the scoreboard. Your neighbors are coming over when they smell burgers. Yep. Be careful out there. Connor Hill, Deadly Flames. It should be hard at all cheering for a team to beat your rival. Does anyone else listen to 650 and completely doesn't understand the over underrated segment? Yes. Ordering 3 fur burgers, extra cheese. Oh, here it is. Here's the official announcement. There it is. Tie game. Edmonton has tied it up with 6:42 left to go in the third period. Evander Kane kicks the puck, but the puck gets stopped by Kemper. And then Evander Kane actually chips it into the net. Michael Chow, Swerve and Irvin. The only segment I usually don't understand is Aiden Verk because he speaks at 1,000,000 miles a minute. My neighbors are foreign. I don't know if they would eat burgers. If so, I would be glad to invite them over for a barbecue. Coach Rob Willie in the house. Hi. Hi, Coach Rob Willie. Welcome back. Connor Hale at the hip. Hypothesis that Canadians only cheer for other Canadian teams is totally untrue. Are they deciding whether that they want to challenge this? Maybe for goaltender interference? Swerve Nervin at Michael Chow. Oh, haha. And then Swerve Nervin says, I like Halford and Bruff. Swerve Nervin, no, it's a hard G. Minor Chow, silent G. Connor Cahill, basically, apart from the Canucks, I only really like the Red Wings. That says a lot as an honorary Canadian. I just wonder if because Evander Kane's leg is actually contacting Kemper's leg. So I wonder if maybe they're looking at that. Oh, yeah. So they're challenging it for goaltender interference. Because I think the thing is that it looks like Evander Kane, his leg was contacting the goalie's leg too. So it's chaos in Edmonton. It's a coaching challenge for goaltender interference. So I wonder what the call will be. They're going to review it again. So the refs get to watch the same goal again. Michael Chow. And you have to make sure to specifically enunciate each C separately and distinctly. I don't know. Connor, praise check. Brutality blood. We will see at Castle Siege. Minor Dow, I saw a coyote today at work. They're pretty cool. Messier 11. My brother's best friend was killed in the Surrey 6. That's brutal, dude. LaFerriere off of his foot. Kopitar can't handle Kane. Yeah. Yeah, calling the ice stands. 4-4 game. Edmonton goes to a 2-minute power play. Can you say fatality like how you say brutality blood? Fatality. Fatality. Brutality blood. Fatality. Like the announcer from Halo, right? Kuzi gonna get 2 here. There's tons of coyotes at my university. Messier 11 for real? Question mark. Michael Chow, you know where they aren't coyotes? Arizona. Minor Dow, Hachiko, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Eggplant. Michael Chow, so ironic. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like no coyotes in Arizona. Goal, goal, goal. Boom. And then they score again. And on the power play, immediately come back and take the lead. Just like that. I don't know if they're gonna like I don't think they're gonna like that coach's challenge because now it is a 5-4 Edmonton lead. Oilers score. Pookie. Coach Robley. Goal. Go, 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 go. As you go, there are tons of Cougars in Kelowna. Winky face. Draisaitl with a pass over to Bouchard, and he tips it past Kemper. What a pass. What a tip. Bouchard drops it for Draisaitl, drives to the net, and then he tips it in, and Gavrikov just loses his man. Bouchard driving the net. All smiles from the Oilers, who just scored again. Those goals only are 10 seconds apart to take the lead. Now LA's got to do their best to try and turn things around, but man, the momentum has fully shifted in the Oilers' favor. Messier 11, yeah. Mike Torrance, Og, KJ Brizzy, there's enough Cougars here in Van. Laugh out loud. Minor Tau, Oilers battling hard. Under review. Kicking motion, let's effing go. Oh boy. Michael Chow would need to have a reverse goal animation for disallowed goals. Like this. Here, I'll try it. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, watch. Okay, which one is it? Okay, it was the Oilers, right? Okay, you guys ready? I'm going to try and do a reverse, right? Okay, wait. No, it didn't work. Oh, no, it doesn't do it. No, it doesn't work. Sorry, guys. I was going to try and do a reverse one for you, but it doesn't work. Bastards. Oilers fans will boo hard. Yep. That is Sphinx to you, KJ. Swerve and Irvin, last year my team tied the championship game with a kicking motion. Thank goodness Beer League doesn't have video review. Oh, man. Michael Chow, that would be a goal in Central America. Yep. Where they play soccer. Rome. Looks like Kane kicked it in. It is good. So much BS. It ain't easy being cheesy. Calvin NHL is West the ref. Or no. No. I don't think he is tonight. Michael Chow. Hey, ref, why don't you give the Oilers the first overall pick while you're at it? Nah, they already have enough first overall picks. Swerve and Irvin, Calvin 99 Charlie, what are you rebelling against? And Zach's like, goal. And then Minor Tao says, now it's a great game. Check. No, Wes is not reffing. Okay. A challenge on the review. This is getting spicy. It's a goal then? Crying. Yeah, what is Gavrikov doing? He lets Bouchard go right by him. That's crazy. Oh, Canada. Coach Robley checking to see if they were bugging the goalie. It might be open to interpretation. If it's a goal, Irvin, pride goes before a fall. Kane's stick had zero influence on that goal. Now, he chopped it the last minute. Good challenge. Zoe, I think some refs think that they are above God. Fair enough, Zoe. You'd be the expert on that kind of thing. The crowd raining down taunts on Kemper. Puck drops behind the net for Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko up to the half boards, puts it down for Kopitar. Kopitar puts it back to the point for Anderson. Anderson puts it over for Doughty. Doughty puts it down low behind the net. Kopitar picks it up. He looks to Kuzmenko in front. Kuzmenko puts it back for Kopitar. Doughty with a shot. That one goes off of the glove of Pickard, I think. See what happened? I talked smack about Evander Kane with the blue line hockey, and all of a sudden he scores. He's got 2 points in the game. Anderson down behind the net. Kuzmenko picks it up there. Puts it to the front of the net as he was falling. And Pickard makes it safe. 5:23 left to go in the third period here. But a good goal, I think, says Mike Torrance. They've got a chance. Does look like goalie interference. But I think I agreed with the color commentator. It looked like Kopitar was pushing Kane into the net. Edmonton down low. Skips over Laferriere's stick. He puts it behind the net for Byfield. Byfield puts it down low for Fiala, but he wasn't ready for it. Now Fiala and Laferriere puts it back to the Edmondson on the point. Puts it back down low again. Puck goes up and down, north and south, north and south, north and south. Byfield behind the net, trying to get the puck back. Edmonton gets it. They chip it out to center ice. LA with a lot of people on the ice for a minute there. No too many. Go. Go. Canucks go. Canucks go. Canucks go. And Coach Rob is like, game over. And then Zorro Rosario. Hello, Russell in the chat room. How's it going, Zo? Welcome back. Nice to have you. West would have called it no goal. Let's go, says KJ. Dig in, Kings. Michael Chow, never trust a French-Canadian ref. And Big Mac's like, go. Boom, go. Let's go, says Zach. Good night, says Zach. So Jesus said that it doesn't make him happy when the wicked die because they would not stop lying and stealing from God. Big Hog Hockey, Big Mac, what side are you on? And then Big Hog Hockey says $20, says Barber comes back. Over and out. Zach. Ugh, says Mike Torrance. Michael Chow. Andre Kuzmenko, this is your time. So it's late on the east side. Still, I think it goes to OT, says Mike Torrance. Could be. Calvin NHL, I still believe in Kuzi. Let's do this. Zorro Rosario, my internet conked out for 3 hours. Bro. It's just coming back on now. What happened? Did somebody hit a pull or something? Jessica, I'm new to your channel, but I love your content. Who are you cheering for? It's hard to say, but in the Edmonton versus the Kings series, some people in here are cheering for the Kings. Some people are cheering for the Oilers. We are normally, Jessica, we're normally a Canucks stream, but obviously, as you know, the Vancouver Canucks have not made the playoffs. And so we are cheering for whoever we're watching. Everyone can cheer for whoever they want. Welcome to the stream, Jessica. This is Nothing is Perfect. I'm Russell Holiday, and we've been live for 3 nights this week for the Stanley Cup playoffs. We will be live during every single Stanley Cup final game as well. So make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that like button because we're going to be live a lot this playoffs, having a lot of fun. As you can see, chat is crazy all the time. Lots and lots of fun. So if you haven't yet, Jessica, we would appreciate the subscription. I think you might have just done that. I appreciate it. Jessica, who are you cheering for in the game tonight? Get Kuzi some more Pepsi and bananas. Yeah. I guess a good prank to play on Kuzmenko would be, big hit there by Foegele on Arvidsson. Arvidsson got up, though. Puck goes down in behind the LA net. They ring it around to the half boards. Dano puts it out of the blue line, but not a very good pass, and Edmonton manages to intercept it. Gets the puck out to center, intercepted there. Foegele now skates it over the blue line, but he gets checked immediately. Gavrikov puts it back to his own blue line. And the puck goes all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call. Somebody get a copy of the rule book for the Kings very quick. Learn the rules. Yeah. Yes, I subscribed. I saw your channel from Clay. Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Clay. Kings laugh aloud because I'm a big Adrian Kempe fan, but I wish the Canucks were in the playoffs, of course. Yeah, true, Jessica. We all feel that same way. Well, there's a good reason to like Kempe. He's really good against the Oilers, too. If you missed it earlier today, we did the stats that you want, but you don't really need. And Adrian Kempe has 26 points in 20 games in the playoffs against against the Oilers. So he's definitely the best King player. Back to the bar. Calvin NHL. Wow, I just realized LA Kings have a lot of people with a K as their last name. Yeah, they do. Puck gets chipped back into the Oilers zone, but they're offside, so they got to tag up. Puck goes all the way down the ice. Icing gets beaten out. And a shot. Kemper makes a save and covers it up. Shot from Henrique. Calvin and Charlie, wait until you see their first names. Kempe, Kopitar, Kuzmenko, Kemper, Gavrikov. They've got Kevin Fiala. Yeah. It's all about the K's, I guess. Connor Cahill. I swear to God, my loathing of those stupid Oilers just continues to grow by the second. Yeah, Russ, don't jinx them. Minor Dow. And then Bouchard scores after I trolled him. Yep. Darnell Nurse in the corner. Puck gets back to the point, kept in by Doughty. Doughty puts it over for Fiala. Fiala fakes a slap, skates down behind the net, puts it up to the half boards for Kopitar. By the way, LA has pulled the goalie now. They've gone 6-on-5 with 2 minutes left. Doughty, high slot, shot, blocked in front, and Pickard makes the save, covers it up. And Kulak comes running around like an idiot. He's going to end up getting a penalty with the way he's running around. Arvidsson getting into it with Fiala. Boys gather for a chat at the end. Haunches. Rome. Crazy 5-on-5, but looked like LA was on a power play. Yep. Arvidsson with a shot, and Kemper makes a good save. Then Drew Doughty with a shot, and I think it actually makes it. Oh, it gets tipped by an Oiler player, and man, Pickard gets lucky to make that save. He gets bounced down and then back up, and and Pickard made the save with like the part of his arm, his elbow crevice. 1:57 left to go in the third period. Goalie has been pulled. Kopitar will take the face-off against Connor McDavid. I'm rooting for Canada for the most part, says Big Mac. Connor Kill, Major Dow, still better at being a turd than the Sedins. Kempe stops on the half boards, puts it over for Doughty. Doughty puts it down low for Kopitar. Back for Doughty. Doughty takes a hit, keeps the puck in the blue line, but then the puck gets loose to center, and that's Connor McDavid all alone, breakaway on an empty net, and he'll put it into the net. McDavid putting another puck into the net. The Oilers have taken a 6-4 lead with 1:40 left to go. Sitting pretty now. Looking like they're going to come back and take this game, making it a 2-1 series. And KJ's like, go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, glow. Go Canucks, glow. And then Kent McGuire's like, Canada, no leaf, no oil. No leaf, no oil. Welcome, Jessica, says Big Hog. Make sure to subscribe. Welcome, Jessica, says Big Mac. Zoe says, yeah, the liberal hockey station is here. That's why I like it here. Oh, wow. Thanks, Jessica. Canucks for Kent. Yeah. From Jessica, Kings will need a bog goal from Kempe. A big goal. But unfortunately, Connor McDavid breakaway on an empty net. But we'll probably see if they can get control. LA will probably pull the goalie again. But they'll wait until they get control. Puck gets blocked. Now that puck gets flipped all the way out to center. Chipped forward. Deneau takes control. Minute and 15 seconds left. Puck up the boards. Oh, and then Trevor Moore falls. Draisaitl flips it in on Kemper and then forces him to hold on to the puck. Deneau and Draisaitl getting into it now. Draisaitl suddenly feels like he can be a dickhead because they're leading. Das ist nicht gut. Du bist ein Schweinhund, da habe einen Kleinkopf Draisaitl. Dolphin. Kent McGuire, Nucks and Habs are my fave two. Yeah, good to see the Habs get one for you then today. Jessica at Rome. Yes, I wish Kempe could score right now. He had 4 points their last game, which was insane. Yep. I like the Canucks and the Kraken and the Blackhawks, says Zoe. McDavid's parents in the crowd. Jessica, yeah, let's hope. And then Minor Tao says, LAKK Kings. Kent McGuire, I'm on the Blackhawks in Be a Pro, and Bedard is dope. Setting you up for some easy goals, eh, Kent? Ugh, says Mike Torrance. Jessica, I'm mostly cheering for Montreal, then Washington, and then the Jets, but I'd rather LA go further in the playoffs than Edmonton. Correct. They pulled the goalie again, maybe? Got to get a quick one here. Kempe with a shot goes wide off the end boards. Back in front. Kuzmenko can't chop it on net. Kopitar puts it back for Doughty. Now skating down. Shot. Gets blocked. Fiala picks it up. Skates over the face-off dot. Puts it back for Kopitar. Kopitar tries to get it back for Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko could not collect the puck. Edmonton skates out at center. Gets dummied. And then LA skates it back in. 3-on-3 now down low. Kempe in the middle, takes a shot, and Pickard through a crowd makes a save. 16 seconds left to go in the third period. And then Edmonton throws it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call, though. Oh, that they beat the icing call out, and Edmonton scores! Connor Brown with a good effort. Skating hard down the ice to make the lead even bigger on the empty net. The Edmonton Oilers score again to make it a 7-4 game. With 7 seconds left, that's got to be enough. Surely that's got to be enough. KJ Brazy, let's go. What you go? Okay, well, time to see how much a ticket for Game 5 costs. Jessica, no, LA, damn. Good hockey, says Mike Torrance. Boo, says Minor Dow. So the firstborn belongs to God. You can't fake it, dog. Leafs play tomorrow. Yeah, they do. Without money or price, Hachiko. Calvin is better than Stewart. The whole Oilers team just showed up and played well. Rip Virginia Giuffre. Virginia Giuffre. There's it. Edmonton has made it a 2-1 series. So I guess we got to update that as well. Kings lead the series now. Narrowed the 2-1 series lead. Quick Hiller should call Talkett to find out how to score 3 goals in the last minute. Yep. Boy, what is LA doing? Oilers win. Boo! Big Hog Hockey. Our Big Mac says goal, goal, goal. Boom, goal, goal. And then Jake the Pancake says boo. And then Minor says GG, thumbs up, eggplant. And then Jessica Zachary, I'm cheering for the Leafs to the sweep. Laugh out loud. Playing La Bamba, baby. La 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 Bamba. Taco Supremo and beanie burritos. Best third period by the Oilers. 11-goal game. Crazy, right? Chaos. Edmonton will not be swept. All right. You guys know what time it is. Time to get your favorite host on the show. Gotta make sure that I got everything set up, though. The last time I had a guest on, I didn't even have the nameplates ready. Can't call Dustin the Blue Line Hockey. That would just be weird, man. All right, now we got it all set up. Okay. Without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, Dustin Boydell. Oh, you got the quaff going on today too. Really showing off the gray.
I let the beast out of the cage tonight.
Yeah. You don't have to rock one of your Canucks hats so you can show it off.
Exactly. Yeah.
What a chaotic game.
Too hot for a hat tonight.
Yeah. Oh, it's smoky in here. I got the window wide open. I haven't done that yet this season. So is it hot out in Chilliwack? Did it hit 24 out there today?
Yeah, I think it hit 26 out here today.
Oh
It like went from April to freaking July in 2 days.
Time to bust out the AC.
Yeah, not hope not quite, but definitely got the windows open and the ceiling fans going.
So
anyways, hockey game.
We had a crazy hockey game too. After like the second period seemed like it was going to snuff out the fun out of everything. And then suddenly it just went goal, 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 goal. Back and forth.
Just a weird night for hockey. Habs, Caps kind of took their crazy pills today.
Fighting on the bench.
The difference that having Arbor in the lineup makes for the confidence of the Canadians. It's a big difference. You can push back on those big Caps. So good game by them earlier today. But I thought LA might come back in this one, but a very costly challenge. Obviously, it's just dumb challenge. There was no way whatsoever that was getting called back for goalie interference after they were already looking at it and called it a goal.
Right. Well,
because
correct me if I'm wrong. He's the video guy for the Oilers. He's a former Vancouver coach too, isn't he?
Who's that? Sorry.
For the LA Kings, the former coach. I'm pretty sure he used to.
Their video guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know. All I can say right now is I love Dylan Crawford.
Yeah.
he would never get targeted to coach or to challenge something like that.
No.
You can't do that in that moment. Like, you gotta just take your lumps. That's a goal and move on. At that point, it's just a tie game, whatever. But taking that shorthanded play there, and then obviously you get the Cyclopsian one, Evan Bouchard, scoring 2 goals tonight after probably having one of his worst games of the season last game. So give him props for redeeming himself. A good play by Hyman too on with the empty net there. Doughty bobbling the puck. Good solid body check to separate him off the puck and get it to the open ice for McDavid to find it and find the empty net. Overall, I mean, no one expected the Oilers to get swept in this series. A good injection of home ice energy, and they came out really started the game well. LA kind of took a bit to settle in. The power plays, obviously, both teams going 2 for 2. So that's something that either team will want to fix. But I mean, both teams have potent power plays. So what do? Kind of just maybe stay out of the box is my opinion. But I really have no skin in the game for either of these teams. So I love it when games are like this. Someone might want to tell these two teams it's the playoffs, though, and usually they're low scoring. We got 6-5, 6-2, 7-6, or 7-4 now. So I would expect next game to be probably 2-1 for LA.
I don't know, man. If I were to tell you that at the beginning of this series, you're going to see 30 goals for the first 3 games, would you believe me?
Oh, after the way LA played the regular season, not a chance, man. The way they zone D up and just play man on man, like it's just scramble coverage, right? So if there's an open man, you go to him. It doesn't matter what position you are. If you see a unmanned guy, then there's 2 guys on one, and you got to peel off and cover that open guy. That's kind of just what they do, and then collapse as hard as you can to the net.
Well, it's funny too, because even I was watching the third period after chatting with the Blue Line Hockey about the defensive coverage from LA, and a lot of the time it was working. It's chaos back there, right? But it seemed like Edmonton might have caught up to the chaos and started to turn things around with that kind of unusual coverage in the defensive zone, I would say.
Absolutely, and it's just the quick strike of Edmonton too, right? Like they can attack so quickly with the speed of McDavid. I don't like how stupid they get, like Draisaitl after they get up with the empty netter there, just horse collars Danault for no reason. Like that is the stuff about the Oilers that drives me crazy and why I can never cheer for them, because they're just a bunch of crybabies and do like whiny, like teenager shit. Like there is no reason for that at that moment. Like Danault's skating away, the ref's in between you, like you grab his jersey and pull on it because you're like, haha, we won. Like, there's absolutely no reason for it that late in the game. And it just drives me nuts.
Say it with me. Du bist ein Schweinhund. So Edmonton wins 7-4. Earlier, like we talked about, Montreal wins 6-2, I think it was, right, against the or 6-3, I think it was.
6-3, yeah.
Yeah, and then in double overtime as well, the New Jersey Devils have made it a series, surprisingly, after giving up the lead in the third period, winning it in second overtime. So that's got to feel good for a team that felt like it was going to be an easy out.
For sure. I mean, everybody gets one, right?
Yeah.
We're giving that to the Oilers for tonight too.
Oh, your buddy Aaron was in chat earlier, and I wanted to use his quote the other night from when we were playing Fortnite: "The gentleman's sweep." So you give him one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You give him one because then you get to win at home, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly right.
So LA wins next game 2-1, and then they blow them out at home to finish off the series.
Yeah, you don't want to win.
I'm a happy guy.
Yeah.
I'm a happy guy. You know what? I don't ask for much in life, but the Oilers losing in round 1 is just precious.
Yeah.
Would just be so precious.
Okay, so the NHL playoffs have been crazy, but we also have the AHL playoffs, and we haven't had a chance. We're following along with the first game from the Tucson Roadrunners versus the Abbey Canucks. We didn't get to see the finish of that game here on Nothing Is Perfect. Can you tell me a little bit about what happened in the last minute of play when they were up 4-3, and Shelov's decided to shove his net off?
So, I mean, in the last minute of play, if you take your own net off of the moorings, like on purpose, it's an automatic penalty shot, whether it's goalie or player or anybody, if you do it in your defensive end. So, Shelov's just kind of had a brain dead moment where you kind of get hooked with your shoulders under the net and you just push because you're kind of getting in position. The refs called it, and so 35 seconds left in the game. Canucks up 4-3, and Shelov's is staring down a penalty shot. to keep the Canucks in this one. And he did stop that penalty shot to secure the win in game one. The Canucks taking the series lead 1-0 after game one. And then we will go into Thursday night. And they ran into one Jackson Stober, who really had an incredible game in net for the Roadrunners here. The Canucks tried very hard to get one by him in the first period. 1-0 coming out of the first period, 17 shots by Abbotsford, 10 by Arizona. And then in the second period, Abbotsford just kind of started making some uncharacteristic mistakes. Some turnovers just inside the blue line that led to odd man rushes. They got down 3-0 going into the third period. They got an early one in the third from Linus Karlsson, from Aturatu, and Sammy Blais, who I can't say enough about right now, who has been a huge veteran presence for this Abbey Canucks team. He's really pushing these guys as a leader. In game one, he got 2 goals and got the game puck, and I saw his post-game little talk that he gave the team with the puck. And just really cool to have a Stanley Cup winner on the team that's still like relatively young to help these guys through this experience. So, you know, he sets up the Linus Karlsson goal, but that's as close as the Canucks would be able to get. They make it 3-1, but then Arizona would get, or Tucson would get a empty netter towards the end of the game to make it 4-1. So they will play the rubber match tomorrow night at 7:00 in Abbotsford to decide this first round series, and hopefully Abbotsford can get that win. Something that's a little weird about the playoffs is all of a sudden the AHL teams, well, Tucson didn't do it. They swapped their goalies. Abbotsford didn't swap their goalies, which I thought was a little strange. Letting Shilovs go back to back, especially after last night wasn't like a cakewalk for them. It was quite a difficult game mentally and physically. So, you know, Tolapilo's shown all season long that the tandem has worked. So I don't know why Manny kind of got out of that habit all of a sudden. I think maybe just a rookie coaching mistake when it comes to the playoffs and how he's going to deploy his guys. Like, Canucks have this mentality of like the best lineup to give you the chance to win. But when it comes to the AHL, you got to look at like both goalies have a 9-0 save percentage, right? Like through the regular season. So I would have definitely started Tolopilo in the second game just to give you that assurance that you got a fresh guy in net, because Tucson put a fresh guy in their net. So if I'm the coach, I want to play that way as well. So be interesting to see who plays tomorrow night. I would imagine it's Shilovs because of the night off. Hopefully they get the win, but we will have to keep a close eye on it. I will be watching the whole game tomorrow night closely, so I will have an update for everybody next time I drop by the stream.
Yeah, and I mean, I wanted to comment too, like Abbotsford came out firing. Like they must have hit like 4 or 5 posts / crossbars over the course of that game. Lots of chance going to the front. And like you said, with the goalie making 38 saves on 39 shots, do you think they start him in game 3, or do you think they go back to game 1 starting?
I think they probably start Stober. I don't think you can really take the net away from him after a performance like that.
Yeah.
Like you said, he stopped 38 to 39 and still had all those posts. Like, so the Canucks really did have close to probably 45, 50 shots on net. So that's a really good game from a goaltender. So Tucson likely goes back to Stober, and then Canucks, it's a coin flip. They could maybe go to Tolopilo. I don't know.
Be a strange move, I think, going back to Tolopilo, because it seems like they've just hitched their wagon to Shilovs, which after the performance that he showed in the Vancouver Canucks playoffs last year, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just like, hey, this guy's got the experience in these high pressure games, so let's just let him ride it out.
Yep, but like again, a very different beast when you have not played back to back all season. Why start now? So
yeah,
especially especially in the first round series when it's just a best of 3, like just play your 2 guys and move into the next round and don't like worry about your best of 5 coming up. This was that series that you should have just done the 1-2 and been done with it. But going back to Shilovs, he did look a little bit tired and behind on a couple of the goals that beat him. I would say 2 of the goals he probably could have had if he's sharper, but that's, I mean, who knows, right? Like that's just guessing and shoulda, woulda, couldas. If they play the game they've been playing all season long, I'm quite sure they will be fine and be able to close out this series tomorrow night. But they got to clean up those little turnovers they were having just inside the blue line and prevent those odd man rushes. So we will see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah, that turnover at the end of the second period was a real killer. That was the 3-0 goal, and it was brutal. Giving it to Kyler Yamamoto, former Edmonton Oilers draft pick.
Yeah.
And he did not make any mistake to get the 3-0 goal. And at that point, in a game like it was, with the goalie playing as well as he was, it was going to be pretty much impossible for them to come back.
Yeah, you just kind of start to lose confidence that you're going to get one by a guy like that. I mean, when you do get one, it's like, yeah, maybe, but it was just too much. Couldn't get it by him in the third.
I feel like I have confidence in Abbotsford moving into the next game just because of how dominant they were. If they play the same game, they have to win. Like you can't outplay a team that bad and not win as many games in a row. It can happen, and it did last night. But I'm thinking that if they have the same game again, they'll absolutely crush Tucson. But again, in the first game, it was 4-3 and it was very close.
And for whatever reason this year, Tucson has kind of been our nemesis ever since very early in the season. I think you remember Onyebuchi decked Friedman in front of the net and knocked him out cold. Friedman obviously no longer with the Canucks organization.
Yeah.
But ever since then, like even in the regular season, just split games with these guys all year long. And they just seem to be that one opponent that we can't get traction against. And I was actually worried about this first round matchup. I would have preferred having the Condors or the Barracuda. However, this is who we ended up with. And I'm confident in the team to get the win tomorrow night. But Tucson was a little worrisome for me going into this series for sure. I didn't think it would. I didn't think we'd be able to go 2 games straight, unless we had the 2 goalie thing and you can't predict obviously when a goalie's going to stand on his head either. So
we'll see. We'll have to wait and see, and you'll be watching closely because you've got the AHL TV, don't you?
I do, yes. So I will be watching that whole game. And just to answer KJ in chat, the AHL plays for the Calder Cup, which is not the Calder Memorial Trophy, which goes to the Rookie of the Year. It is the just to confuse everyone out there.
When you're so famous that you have multiple trophies named after you.
Exactly.
Dustin, who are you going to be watching, and are you going to be catching the Toronto game tomorrow at all? Or I guess that'll be before the Abbey game.
We'll see. I have second round of a golf tournament tomorrow, so I tee off at noon. So I'll probably be on the golf course until 4:30, 5 o'clock, get some dinner and stuff, and get ready for the Abbey Canucks game. So I probably will miss most of the playoff games tomorrow night. But that's what highlight packages are for, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we haven't missed one yet. Anything you want to say to chat before I let you go for the night, brother?
I hope everyone had a great night and appreciate everyone dropping by as always. I love the way you guys support Russ. The push to 1,000 is going strong, and let's get him there before the end of the playoffs. We'll talk to everyone next time I drop by.
Dustin, awesome. Thank you very much for being here. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Sounds good. Have a great rest of your weekend, big guy.
Dustin Boydell, the Silver Fox, stopping by to say hello. Always good to see him. Looks like we got Kempner Canucks in the chat. Go Canucks, go. Yep. Go Canucks, glow. Go Canucks, glow. Go Canucks, glow. Welcome, Rev Trev. Did you just post? Are you streaming tonight? Update. Let's see. Oh, it's live on the air. Okay, yeah. You already got a video post. Okay, guys, make sure you get over to Kempner Canucks after the show. He just posted a video on his channel about the NHL Canadian teams update. So make sure you get over there to catch his stream video. Kempner Canucks, no drama in Vancouver. Wait, they full of drama. Yep. We can't even have an off season without drama. You got our Jim Rutherford and Patrick Alvine talking smack from the podium. I just finished my stream. Oh, cool. Kempner, I want to show you something while I have you here. So I decided to go ahead and create a compilation of all of the former Vancouver Canucks that are currently playing in the NHL playoffs. I haven't updated this as of tonight's game, but you got a whole bunch of players that are playing in the NHL playoffs. So we've been updating this as we go. We got Kuzmenko, Beauvillier, Schmid, or Nate Schmidt. I think I missed the T there. Schmidt. And then Luke Schenn, Jalen Chatfield, Adam Gaudette, Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Vasily Podkolzin, Christopher Tanev, Gustav Forsling, Nick Dowd, Daniel Sprong have all played games. A bunch of guys who haven't played a game yet. And then obviously Jacob Markstrom getting a win tonight. So we'll have to update that with the new stats. But something fun we've been doing lately to keep us all up to date on all the Canucks that are still playing in the playoffs if you want. Back to the bar. Nothing is perfect. That is epic and super sad at the same time. Yep. I was going to try and put together a whole roster of former Canucks playing in the playoffs, but I think it's like 10 defensemen out of the players that are playing. And there's 19 players and 10 of them are defensemen, 2 goaltenders. So if we converted some of the defense into forwards, then we'd be able to put together a whole roster. Kent McGuire, time for a bong rip. What? Big Dusty in the house. Ditto Ken, says KJ. Jessica, I like Washington because of Strome, LA because of Kempe and Kopitar, and then Montreal because they love their fan base, and Hudson. Yep, Hudson. How'd you go? 24C is hot for you guys? Yes, it is. We're in Canada. My mouse is dying on me again. Oh my goodness. It's doing it again. I think I need to get a new mouse. It's going to bring down the whole stream. Who is that? Dusty or Ovechkin? I hate heat, says Calvin. And Kempner says, I miss Kuzmenko, Zadorov, and JT Miller. Yeah. Kuzmenko equals Holiday ball dropped. Holloway ball dropped. Yep. 18C feels fine for us, Chico. Chico, it's the same temperature in Surrey as it is in LA right now, and I'm cold. Calvin and it's 7 Celsius here in Surrey right now. LA coaches third period blunders. Yep. Thanks, Russ and Dusty and Mods. Thank you, Mike Torrance, for being here. Does the Brocket Challenge tell you if your prediction is gone? I don't think so yet. I have arrived, says Gary Wiseman. Better late than never, eh, Gary? Welcome back. The funniest man in chat, Gary Wiseman. Stober, any relation to Rob Stober, former goalie for the Kings? I don't know. We'll have to check that out. Good memory if it is. Toronto Marlies versus Cleveland Monster Game 2 tomorrow. Rome, Gary Wiseman, welcome, says Rome. Gary Wiseman, don't know why I find the Cleveland Monsters such a funny name. Conjures up images of Monsters, Inc. Just run around trying to collect screams from children. That's a weird sentence. Oh, my goodness. All right, Big Mac, I'm jumping off. Hope everyone has a fantastic night. See you later, Big Mac. Nice to see you, brother. Rome, monsters doesn't seem specific enough. It could mean any kind of monster. Night, Big Mac. Keep it shaking. Rome, at Big Mac. Have a great weekend. KJ Brazy, surprise Canadians are used to cooler weather. Surprise Canadians are used to cooler weather, Chico. Laughing and crying. Big Mac 133. Thank you, Rome. You as well. Rome at Big Mac. Thanks. Barbershop. One more win in Edmonton, one win in LA, and then drag them back to Alberta. Barbershop. Connor Hill here to say goodnight. I need to cool off because I wanted LA to shut up those Oiler heads. I lost my mind on the empty netter. All right. Enjoy the cool air, Connor. Nice to see you tonight, buddy. I hate the Oilers with an unbridled passion. Only if we had Ekholm / Demko. Yeah. Is Ekholm your Demko? Gary Wiseman. KJ Hachiko is American. He thinks Canada is part of the USA and presumably the weather is the same. Thanks, Big Dusty, says KJ. Connor Gill, at least my trip to Niagara should take my mind off it all. Ooh, gonna go see the falls, eh? Barbershop window. Canucks just suck. I'll see you guys in 2030 playoffs. I hope we make it in the 2030 playoffs. Rome, Captain Canucks. Hey, Rev Trev, welcome. Barbershop, Kane is back. Playoff Kane is elite. Rome at Pirate Golf Pro. Great segment. Dusty, thanks. Gary Wiseman. Daniel Sprong has played more playoff games than the rest of the Canucks combined. Gary Wiseman on the radio. Someone was just saying that at one point, about 10% of the playoff goals had been scored by former Canucks. Oh my gosh. That's terrifying. JT and Zadorov were the heart of the Nucks. Yeah, you might not be wrong on that one. All right, let's have a quick look at the fan funding for the night. Minor Dow donating a gifted membership and then re-upping his own membership and then gifting another membership and then gifting $2 and gifting another membership and gifting another membership and donating $2 more saying, check out Dustin Brown highlights. Do was clutch. And I won't because I hate him because those highlights are against the Canucks back in the day. And Minor Dow, swear jar. And then Minor Dow. Bouchard looked great, Barber. And then immediately he scored after you taunted him. That's pretty funny how that ended up going. Let's end the poll question as well. Who is more likely to abandon their team in free agency? And you guys are saying Connor McDavid is more likely. 58% of you saying Connor McDavid is more likely to abandon his team. Quinn Hughes, 41% of you think Quinn Hughes will abandon his team. 60 people voted, so that's a pretty good vote. I want to tell you guys we're going to be live next, but we don't know yet because we have to figure that out. So hopefully soon I'll be able to figure out the schedule for next week. I do have Wednesdays nailed down. So we will be covering Wednesday now. I can say that for certainty because we will be covering the Montreal game that day on Wednesday. Let's pull it up here for you kids. I can confirm we will be game 5 is happening now because they didn't get the sweep. So we will cover this game. And then we'll see what the timing is because I think these games might be starting at the same time or at least an hour separated. But we're definitely covering the Canadiens and the Capitals on Wednesday. And then as well on Friday, we're going to have a look. And then obviously, depending on game 6, we might be covering that one as well. So we will wait and see. And then I was looking at Monday as well. But I wasn't sure if we might maybe cover the Stars and the Avalanche. But like I said, we're still figuring things out. Back to the bar. Gary Wiseman, sign McDavid as our 2C. Yes. So we're having a good night. I still believe the Canucks can make the playoffs. If we say our prayers, it will happen. Good night to one and all, says Rome. Messier 11, D13, D by SU1, 1D3. And then it disappeared. Righty then. Thank you very much to Minor Dow for joining us during the first intermission. Thank you very much to the Blue Line Hockey for joining us for the second intermission. Thank you very much for Dustin Boydell for joining us for the Rusty and Dusty post-game show. Yeah, it was a fun game. Craziness tonight. Lots of goals, 11 goals. Can't go wrong with an 11-goal hockey game. Yeah, so I will keep you guys up to date on what I will be broadcasting next time. But until then, remember that my name is Russ Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and make sure that you make good choices.